All right, we're back. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dirty Parlay Podcast. We're back live for episode number 40. Again, 4040. With me, as always, is D and Nate. Deryn, how are we doing tonight?
Excellent, dude. Watched a little bit of the Tahoe earlier and just getting ready for a good weekend.
Okay. All right. Love to hear that. Well, then, Nate, how about you, man? How are you doing?
Not bad. I moved into a new place, so all the hell that comes with moving. That's been fun the last week, but I'm glad to be talking to you too.
Are you officially moved in?
Yes, sir. I mean, moved in is a very loose term because I like have a chair and a bed, but I will be working on that. So,
Okay. Well, hey, you're moved in. Uh, so what about your computer setup? You're all in there, or that's still taking time?
no, I'm all set up. Hopefully I'll be joining you with a face cam here
Ooh,
shortly, maybe next week, possibly.
that would
Yeah,
be awesome.
Yeah, I gotta see sort of what I gotta be careful of ordering stuff here because there's been some issues with packages, but I'll figure that out. I'll brainstorm that problem. So
Already?
no, just in the past sort of a thing.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right.
No worries though. I'll figure that out, and if I don't have it next week, probably the week after.
Okay. Well, hey, it's coming soon. Then that's nice. And then D would be the last one to get on that boat there, but hopefully soon. It's all right. No.
Well, I bought a vacuum for the first time in my life. That was an experience.
Why is that
Just
experience? Is it because of
just
shortages?
adulting.
Oh yeah.
I
Well.
have a vacuum. I bought a Brita.
When I
I
brought
I
the Brita, that's when I felt it.
I don't have any food in my house, so I've just been eating like graham crackers. So that's good.
Not even like picking up
This
food.
adult stuff is tough, honestly. I don't know how you two do it.
Time. in time, Maddie just made some fucking dope ass squash mac and cheese tonight. Like all it's
Mom, man, fuck off. Squash mac and cheese.
it was all
Sure, it's
healthy
gonna be
stuff. It's a
delicious, but
healthy
like,
kick before the wedding. All healthy
go to
kick.
go to fucking Blue Box.
Whew.
Uh, that's the only mac and
Listen, I'm
cheese.
all about the health, but I feel like that would fuck up my gut more than eating shitty food.
Well, Deryn, you want to hear something? I had a coffee right after. so,
Let's
Oh,
go.
so we're here. Eric's in the chat. What's up, Eric? We're just getting started here. So boys, we got some games about to kick off tonight. Now, I know very few of us have some, but let's go ahead and get our picks in. Why don't we? So let's get to tonight's picks. Darren's got an early night. He'll be cutting out in a little bit, but that's fine. He's gonna hang out with us and talk about the meat of the bone here. So let's get to tonight's picks. First, we are going to start with, well, pretty much the only sport going on right now every day, the MLB. So with MLB, I believe Nathan, you have a pick or two, maybe one. So you want to go ahead and
I
give us your
got
pick?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's uh it's a bet on the trend swinging for the Toronto Blue Jays. I like both the pitchers in the game. It's Toronto minus 1.5. I think that was plus money, like plus 150.
Yep.
Um, Good pitchers on both sides tonight for Toronto and Seattle, both with about 3 ERAs. The reason I'm taking Toronto is they're like 1-6 in their last seven. So I know maybe taking Toronto, uh, getting a run or giving up a run and a half might be a little scary, but I'm hoping the trend bucks. It's a nationally televised game. It's the Apple TV game for tonight.
Ooh, Apple TV.
Um, Mariners are good. I think they're second in their division, and I think Toronto's fourth. They're just struggling recently. I just think possibly the um the trend bucks. They got killed last night 8-3. So I'm just sort of taking like a rebound. Let's see if they can put together something with one of their better pitchers and throw a good game together. They've got a potent offense. They just sort of have to get some run support for their pitchers here. So just sort of like I said, betting on a trend to break.
And you nailed it on the head. That's correct. It was Toronto's our fourth and Seattle our second. You did respectable
Okay.
positions. So nail on the head.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's not a handicapper play. This is just because they can't lose this much, right? But maybe they will.
Yeah.
Fuck
Hey,
baseball.
I like where your head's at though. I mean, if we have to make bets on baseball, like I like where you're going with it. So respectable. Even if this takes an L tonight, I respect it. Does that make sense? Like you're making the right moves. So
Right, and it's a 9 o'clock game. Like I'm not gonna watch the Cubs go get slaughtered by LA.
oh
So
god,
that game, like at least it gives me something to do later
you're
on
not gonna
tonight.
watch that on Marquee
So
Network? What's wrong with you?
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, fuck that. Go ahead and keep holding your concerts to get your fucking money, Wrigley. Okay, so my pick tonight, I believe I have two. No, I have three picks in baseball tonight. One, I'm gonna start off with the most obvious. Bet with the hot hand, and what else other than a hot hand other than the Yankees? They won last night by a run. They're facing the Red Sox again tonight in Fenway. I am going Yankees -1.5 for the plus money of 100, and here's why. The Yankees pitcher tonight is hold on, let me get to it. I just had it up. Cortez. He's 7-3 with a 2.4 ERA. The guy they're facing, he's 0-1 at an 8.3 ERA. So I love the Yankees -1.5. They won by a run last night. You know how these rivalries go. They don't just want to beat the other team; they want to step on their necks. So that's where I'm going with that one.
I've got
Um,
good news for you, Blake.
yeah, go ahead.
Yankees are up 5-2 in the top of the third.
5-2, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never updated my board. I have the what's it called, the baseball scoreboard up, and I didn't update it. I've had it up since like 4 o'clock today. So yeah, all right, cool. And they have runners on second and third, so that feels good. Okay, so there we go, boys. We got something going for me right there. My next game I have on the docket here, I actually have the Twins -1.5. There's three things guaranteed into baseball that in the Dirty Parlay podcast baseball offseason. We win some, we lose some in that order, 1 and 2, and then Beezy always bets on the Twins on Friday nights. I don't know why, but for last three Friday nights we've been on, I've been betting on the Twins. I split the difference at 1 and 1. I always like their matchups, and tonight I like their matchup yet again. They're up 2-0 already on the Rangers. They got what's his name pitching? Is it Sonny Gray? I think is pitching tonight. I don't remember, but I did it because of the Mitching.
John Gray.
Thank
Wait,
you. No,
no,
that's the
I'm
Rangers.
sorry, that's the Rangers
Yeah.
pitcher. Give me a second. I got you.
But I like the pitching matchup, so I'm going with that too. And also, the Twins have heavy bats right now, so keep that rolling. While you're looking that up, I have one more bet I have out here for baseball. And I believe the game already started. Yes, it is the Pittsburgh-Milwaukee over 7.5 runs. Both pitchers have over a 4 point something ERA. So for the over to be at a 7.5 in Brewers Park, take that shit. Right now, it's the first inning, 1 out, and there's already a runner on first for the fucking Pirates. So it's the Pirates, for Christ's sake, we're talking about. So yeah, I like that over at 7.5. So those are my bets for tonight. I've said this before, and I don't want to jinx myself, but it is true. I've been doing pretty well so far in baseball. So hopefully we can keep this riding. So that's my my baseball picks here. Nathan, did you find it? Or do you want to move along?
Yeah, his name is Sonny.
Okay, so I do.
What
Yes, so two Grays pitching is Sonny Gray, and Sonny Gray used to be, I think, the pitcher for the Yankees or Athletics. One of the
I
two.
couldn't tell you to be honest.
He used to be
That name doesn't sound familiar to me.
Nate.
for
He
whatever-
used to be an ace in the league though, like a real ace.
Right.
So yeah. So with the Twins having an ace on the mound, our former ace at least, who knows? So was Pryor at one point. So all right, next slide we have up here is actually our other sport we somewhat know about, and that's the UFC. Nathan, you're gonna start this one off. You have a pick, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one. There's only one match worth watching in this whole fight night. It's the main event. It's Rafael dos Anjos and Rafael. V. Jesus Christ, this guy's name. Fightsev.
Oh, at least it's not just me.
Um,
Okay.
It's not a hard name to pronounce. It just gets me every time. I'm gonna take Rafael dos Anjos to win. Underdog. Give me Rafael dos Anjos plus money every time. He's been on a good little fight streak recently. He's looked good. Looks sort of like the old Dos Anjos when he sort of won the belt. So I like him to win tomorrow night. Plus money. I'm just gonna take the plus.
All right. I also have a pick in the UFC. I'm talking about butchering names. Nurmagomedov. God, I know I fucked that up. I had a good.
Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, I had a good takeoff and it just fucking just crashed.
You just picked the worst fucking two guys that ever. Douglas Silva, DeAndrade.
I gotta win him by finish at plus 100 though. That's right. That's got to be easy money. No.
Nurmagomedov.
Oh shit. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
Okay.
Heavy favorite.
Yeah. Heavy.
Somehow related to Habib, I'm sure.
Yeah. Exactly. Didn't we watch this guy just crush it before? I want to say we have.
Yeah, there's two other guys with Nurmagomedov as their last name.
Yeah.
This guy, and then there's a 55er or a 45er. I can't.
Yeah, it sounds wrong, but I mix them both up, so I'm just betting on them every time. Either one, I don't care. I'm taking it to the house.
Usually a good bet.
Yeah. So that's our two UFC picks for tomorrow night. It's a slower kind of Saturday night, but what can you do? Next, we do have a pick in another league. Deryn, take it away.
Oh my God. Bit of a homer pick. I got Orlando City. They are 4-2-2 against Inter Miami. Kind of a little rivalry, in-state rivalry. So hopefully they can keep it up when they're at home. So I'll pick them. Don't know too much. Just going with if there's a rivalry brewing, I'm gonna pick a side. It's gonna be Orlando City. So hopefully it's as entertaining as soccer can be and not a 0-0 draw.
Well,
we'll see.
We can hope.
Let's do that soccer.
Yep. Nailed on the head. All right, so that's our picks for the night. That's all we got on there. Next, boys, let's talk a little bit about records. How do you guys think we did last week?
Garbage.
Okay. All right.
I think I actually picked the UFC pretty well, actually.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like my UFC picks were good, but my baseball picks were probably garbage.
All right. Well, here's how we did, boys. Last week to win the week, it was actually your boy. It was me. I went 7-2-1. In UFC, I went 4-2. Actually, I went 4-1-1. I'm counting the O'Malley one. If you picked either side, it's a no contest. So we're taking that one at the end for like the draw, no contest, whatever.
Oh, you just get a win for that?
No. I'm saying it's avoided. It's the last one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we all got that because we all picked that fight. So we all got avoided at the end of it. So it's a no contest. But yeah, I went 7-2-1 total last week. For UFC, I went 4-1-1. So that's that. Eric, we're getting to that for sure. Next is Deryn. Deryn, you finished the week at number 2, but again, 3-1-1. So not bad, D. How do you feel about that? Better than what you thought?
Yeah, a lot better, but hopefully I can increase those numbers in September, October. We'll see then.
And then finally, Nate, you came up the rear here, but honestly, not bad at all, man. 2-0-1. You just had less picks. So what can you do?
Yeah, I was going to say I picked both main events correct.
Yeah. Yep.
Both
so
ways of decision. Yeah, no. I would have paid out pretty well too. So
Yep. No else.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I should win based on that, but whatever.
If you want to go by differential, we can. But since the football season, we'll be going by nothing but actual wins. So we could change that. I'm fine with it, boys. I'm flexible. I don't care.
No, I just want to win. I just want to win once.
So again, last week, all winning records on the podcast, boys. Nice job. The week before that, we had losing. Week before that, we were winning. So weird trend we have going here.
Really turning it around.
But so for July, it says June. Sorry, but it's meant to say July. For July so far, oh no, it's a fresh month. Okay, fuck that. Don't worry about it. So that's where we're at. Because last week it was the end of June. Doesn't matter. So
that is how months work. Yep.
Yeah, this is how we're doing. This is it so far. So start of the month, this is it right here. No belt, no belt given out. We're all starting off winning records in July. So nice job, boys. Way to be. So while I'm changing something here, again, breaking news that happened right before we started the podcast tonight. We have to address it. Paulie Walnuts passed away.
I was gonna say something about it. I didn't know if you guys had figured that out, but yeah, fucking bummed out about that.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. You know,
Yeah.
it's how old was he? 72, right? 79.
79.
79. But
And I was looking at some interviews recently of his just this morning. He's looking pretty old, so
oh, like on his final
yeah.
days.
Like 2 years ago, I think was Soprano Con. They like ran that like I don't know that like one-off Soprano thing, and he was looking pretty old. So yeah, man, tough. Like one of the most legendary characters of all TV of all time.
All
So
television.
yeah, I mean, what can you say? Paulie Walnuts is the one of my favorite characters, and sad day, man. Good actor. Seemed like he had a pretty full life. Went from, I believe he was in the army, and then he was actually a gangster, went to prison, got some small time roles, and then hit it out of the park with Paulie Walnuts. So,
Yeah.
uh, condolences to his family, but yeah, we loved Paulie Walnuts.
You will see if you have Twitter, if you go on Twitter right now, if you just look up his real name, Tony Sirico, I think is how you pronounce his
Yep.
last name. It's just all great tributes, all the funniest fucking clips coming out from Sopranos that he was part of. It's just been awesome going through and seeing like people like talk about him and what have you. But yeah, before acting, he was connected to the Colombo crime family. And like exactly what you said, Nate. He changed his life after prison, and he got into acting. But R.I.P. He was the man. You can name countless amount of clips, but the one picture I always see scrolling through Twitter, at least since he passed, is the picture of him when he's out there at the table in front of the shop when he's tanning. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? That's fucking it's classic. But yeah, no, it's definitely sad news. R.I.P. to the legend. If you haven't watched Sopranos like Maddie, then now, I mean, you better. You got to start. Or rewatch it. So
yeah. I mean,
boys,
still one of my favorite quotes is when he's talking to Christopher, and Christopher's asks him if he's worried that nothing good will ever happen to him. He goes, "No, nothing ever did. Why worry about it?" You know, just a good way, just a good way to live life. You know, just
yeah,
take it as it is. Live like
awesome.
Polly Walnuts.
All right, R.I.P. to the legend. So let's I think we got some things to get off our chest here. Am I right? It's another good rendition of the Shut the Fuck Up. What do you say? Oh, Eric says in the chat before we move on, he goes, forget about it. All right, boys. Time. Whoa, I got skipping ahead here. Sorry, my bad. Time for the Shut the Fuck Up of the week. So
Yeah.
I'll start this one off. I really like your guys's as always. So I got Deryn after me. Same lineup as usual. Nothing changing here. So for me, my Shut the Fuck Up of the week is well, it's none other than off-season hype. Tired of it. I'm tired of off-season hype. You hear it every fucking summer, and this goes to not just one sport but multiple. But the first one I want to talk about is this picture of Lamar Jackson going around on the internet. I don't care how fucking built he got. I don't care. If anything, you're giving people the ammo to be like, he's a running back playing quarterback. I don't give a shit. He can get big. It doesn't matter. How many times have you seen people get ripped and they come back the next year and fucking suck? You remember when the picture of Christian McCaffrey was going around last year and he got fucking injured? Like, what is it, in the first 4 weeks? It doesn't matter.
3 seconds into the season.
Yeah, 3 seconds in the season. Exactly. Like, it doesn't matter like how big a rip they're getting. Or people, even as a Bears fan, people are like, oh my God, Justin Fields is training with Ocho Cinco. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters is when they actually play. And shit, preseason matters to me more than what you're reading right now because you get to actually see them throw the ball or run or defend whatever player you're talking about. Like, that's when it matters the most. Preseason, because they're playing in the system. Right now, off-season hype, they can work out nonstop. They can get jacked, roided. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter to me. And then another sport we have to talk about, basketball. I don't give a fuck how well these fucking rookies are doing in the summer league. I don't care. People are lighting up the internet to talk about Chet Holmgren because his first night he had 23 points, almost a double-double, close to a triple-double. And then people are talking about Paulo. Sorry, D, no offense, but talking about Paulo, how he's taking the fuck off. And then fucking the kid that went to Sacramento, I don't even remember his fucking name, and Ivy. Like, I don't care. These are summer league players they're playing against. They're not playing against the big boys that are taking the summer off and going to fucking Italy and Europe and all that shit. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. When they play a real game, we could talk. And I'm not saying they're not going to be good. All I'm saying is it's pretty easy to put a big fish in a little pond. It's pretty easy to do that, and that's what these kids are doing because they're the big fishes in college, and they're still kind of big fishes when it comes to summer league. So, and also, I don't know if you guys ever seen Hey Arnold. I know you guys have, right? Like, you guys remember that. You remember Stinky from Hey Arnold, the tall, skinny kid with the schnoz?
That's Chet.
Yeah, they're saying that's Chet.
You know what's funny about Chet is everyone was creaming their pants because he fucking was like dancing on Bol Bol. Poor Bol Bol, by the way.
Poor.
But then I watched him get fucking dominated by a G League player
Yeah.
the next night, like fucking
It was
bullied.
what's his name,
He
son?
wasn't even
Kenny
as
Lofton's
big
son.
as- Yeah.
So like, yeah, these kids should be dominating G League if they're drafting them as high as they are. They should be doing that. But then like, let's yeah, you're right. Like the hype is just fucking stupid. Like, let's have a little bit of fucking clarity here, because I just watched Chet get fucking some guy put his balls on his fucking forehead.
Kenny
the
Lofton
next
Jr.
night.
Kenny Lofton's
So,
son
like,
did that.
Get the fuck out of my face.
And I agree with all that. And I'm not saying like, oh, but out of all of them, I do think Paulo looked the best. But
It's you know what, Darren? Like, no
Damn
offense, like
right,
I
D.
expect that coming from
Damn
you.
right.
That's like okay, that's all right. And also, Eric said in the
Okay.
chat. I'm sorry, Darren. 1 sec. He said Rory McIlroy got ripped and he doesn't golf the same since. So it's another example. of
Yeah, I
someone
mean,
getting
it's
ripped.
happened to Tiger too. But
Go ahead, D. Sorry.
yeah, it's the thing.
no, but like I agree, it's just hype, dude, and none of it matters right now. So
You know what
you
this?
can look,
Go ahead.
you can look as good as you want and get injured, like you just said. So
It's what this is. It's just classic. And I haven't even watched ESPN, but this is ESPN fucking set Dan Orlovsky in front of the camera for about 12 hours to talk. Like that's what this is. Like Dan Orlovsky will go in front of a camera and probably say something about one of the players we're gonna talk about later who we're just gonna trade and be like, oh, I can't wait, or oh, I hate this because I don't care. You're trying to make your paycheck. I get it, but like in the end of the day, like. Quit pumping that bullshit into our fucking ears. I don't care. And like I said, I haven't watched ESPN. I've just been strictly going off of Twitter, social media, ESPN website, not the ESPN like TV station. Just going off of like different news different sporting outlets, and that's just all this bullshit hype. I don't care. Lamar Jackson, no offense to him, like he's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's not, but like just because he got ripped doesn't mean he's gonna win MVP. Like I don't care.
they're just doing that because they made him look like shit last year, the social media team.
True.
So now they're trying to make up for it, and like we need to build our guy up and show him that like he needs to stay here because he's not signing the contract. So that's all they're doing, dude. They're just pandering.
So D, what's your shut the fuck up of the week? I'm very curious.
Oh, just everyone fucking talking about Aaron's tattoo, bro. Just everyone needs to shut the fuck up. If Lamar gets a new tattoo or Mahomes or anyone, no one says a fucking thing. But because it's Aaron Rodgers, it's fucking news to the world. Like everyone needs to know. And what does it mean? And blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, he posted it, whatever. Like, but just because like he posted something doesn't mean it needs to be a story on fucking ESPN or any other news or outlet. Like it's just. Like, it's super annoying that the man can't even live his life without, like, just, like, constant scrutiny, dude. It's just, like, and I get it. He's not the nicest guy or he's not the most likable, but holy shit. It's like, if he fucking didn't flush the toilet at a hotel and he left, like, I'm sure someone would fucking write a story about it. Like, it's just, let the man live, dude.
Nate, you want to go ahead?
I mean, come on, come on, you fucking guy. See, that is the most Aaron Rodgers tattoo he ever could have fucking gotten.
But
His
what's it
wife,
matter?
his
if-
fucking witch girlfriend, fucking told him he was an Aquarius, and he fucking went and got that tattoo the next day. That fucking weirdo.
Okay, but
It's-
if any other player got a tattoo, we wouldn't even like know about it. Like even if they posted it, we wouldn't hear about it.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but fucking come on.
Listen,
I mean,
if Aaron,
most
if
Aaron
Aaron-
Rodgers tattoo I've ever seen.
Well, here I'm here to declare: if Aaron wins the Super Bowl this year, I'll go get the same fucking
Shut the
tattoo.
fuck up.
I almost want him to win
Yeah, I
now,
want
so
to
you have
clip
to
this.
get that
Yeah, I want
fucking
this to
piece
fucking
of
happen
shit.
so bad.
Yeah, that piece of shit tattoo. The
And
most
then
hipster tattoo ever.
when
Holy
people ask
fuck.
me, I'll be like, "Hey, man, Aaron Rodgers won me the Super Bowl his last year. I had to get it, dude."
I
Yeah,
mean, who's the big lineman that we always talk about his tattoo? He's carrying the world, getting a blowjob. That
Trent Brown.
fucking tattoo. Trent Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trent
yeah.
Brown. That's a
I
that's a
mean,
goat
that's a good
tattoo.
tattoo.
That's a great tattoo. Oh shit. No, so Eric says in the chat, he goes, that turd deserves it. Listen, here's my point about it, okay? Nathan, other than what Nathan already said, because Nathan said exactly what I was thinking. I'm not saying he deserves it, but I mean, he keeps poking at people getting into his life, and more people get into his life. Like, all right, like he pokes at the media pokes back, and this is part of it, right? Again, this is just, it's a fight between the two. It is what it is. Second of all, I don't know if this is his first tattoo, but by the way that it's perceived that it is his first tattoo, of course they're making a big deal about it. I'm surprised, and all honesty, I'm dead ass serious when I say this. I'm surprised you haven't seen news outlets or somebody, like when I say news outlets, I mean like Us Magazine, like I'm talking like tabloids, like stupid, like the tabloids you see in a line at checkout are not saying like Aaron bounces back from Shailene Woodley by getting a tattoo with his new girlfriend. Like that's what I'm surprised we haven't seen yet, because that makes so much sense for me for like those dumbass tabloids to be putting out there. Eric says, now I know what Darren's next tat will look like. Exactly what he said. Yeah. But again, this is such an Aaron Rodgers tattoo. It's going to be deep, Deryn, on the Pat McAfee book club. It's going to mean a lot when they talk about different books that they're going to go over and how he was inspired by this tattoo and how sometimes he looks at his arm and looks at the stars and he can see the alignments match. And when it matches, he knows he's going to have another great day on the football field.
I know he's their boy, but if they don't clown him for that fucking tattoo, I'll lose a lot of faith in that show.
They won't. I know
that's the most hipster bullshit tattoo. Fucking 23-year-old girl in high school. That's the first tattoo she gets.
I know.
What are we doing?
And listen, I'll be the first to say, like, see this tapestry that's behind me? That's the kind of shit he has in his room right now. I'm getting that tattoo. Oh my god. Sorry, D. But again, not. I'm saying this. Exactly what you said. They will not clown on his ass. I know Pat jokes about how they hold water for him, but they kind of do.
Same, dude. Why does when Justin Fields gets a tattoo, we don't know about it, bro?
Because he doesn't get fucking some constellation, two sides of a coin, lion, one snarling, one not snarling bullshit. He gets like a fucking Brian Urlacher tribal tattoo.
Yeah,
a
real man tattoo, a tribal barbed wire tattoo. Eric said Gay Men's Monthly.
Hey, fucking A, come on. Like, it's the most Aaron Rodgers thing ever.
Whether you like it or not, Deryn, he is right. It's the most Aaron Rodgers tattoo ever. Other than like
whatever that means.
All right.
Tell me that tattoo's not a ridiculous tattoo. Say that with a straight face to me.
Well, he's gonna get it if they win the Super Bowl, so you can't. Like, you gotta.
The loser of our fucking league should have to get that tattoo. That's how bad that fucking tattoo is.
Listen, I'll lose the league.
Oh my god.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit. That's so great. Oh man. Anything else on Aaron Rodgers, boys, before we move along here? He looked fucking blitzed in that picture he took at Tahoe. I know you guys seen it.
Was he?
Oh, he looked high as hell. I'll see if I can pull it up here.
Okay.
I will pull it up here.
He's probably on like a peyote trip or some shit like that. Him and his witch girlfriend.
He's getting involved with his inner demons. Okay.
Yeah. He's got to go on a spirit walk.
There it is. I found it already. Fucking. You guys crack me the fuck up. Deryn, are you fucking all right over there?
I'm good, bro. I'm on a peyote trip with Rodgers.
So this is the picture I was referring to. This one girl, she took pictures with him, AJ Hawk, and Pat McAfee, and out of all the pictures, Aaron just looked like he was fucking gone.
I
Just
bet Pat
torch.
has sleeves on tomorrow, bro. There's no way his shoulders are gonna be able to take that shit all weekend,
You
dude.
talk about like from the sun.
Oh yeah, bro. He was
Yeah.
already looking roasted today. Like
He I think was it Nathan that said it? I think Nathan's right. I think he's hitting the roids, bro. He looks red all the time.
Yeah, I guarantee you he's on gear 100%.
And
And
I don't care.
respect. I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
he's an
care. He's out of the
adult. Like,
league. He can do
well,
whatever he
listen,
wants.
Gump like talks like he has knowledge of gear, so it would not surprise me, bro. And Pat's like, bro, I'm done playing. Why not? Like, why I'm doing
yeah,
WWE. Why not get fucking yoked? Like,
maybe he's doing like testosterone TRT or some shit like that. It's like,
oh,
so good for him though. Has that Tahoe shit been funny, D?
I
Yeah, it's been
haven't
worth
watched
it.
any. I just watched like a little bit on Peacock this afternoon, and
Oh,
it
it's
was
on
literally
Peacock?
it was. I don't know if it's still on right now. Tomorrow it's on the Golf Channel,
Okay.
but um, they were just like nutting off to the Currys the whole time, bro. Like every
Oh,
time,
really?
bro. They'd show like Romo or somebody hit something, and then they'd be like, "Oh, here are the Currys," because like you can choose. I guess today is like you golf with whoever you want,
And they were all
and
matching,
then
right?
yeah,
I saw that because the doc showed that on his stream. He was watching. He saw that Curry. I can't lie though. He had a good shot where like he had it spin backwards. He was like probably 70, 80 yards out, maybe more. And he had this like nice hit with an iron. It might have been even a pitching, and it's just right in front of the or right past the hole, span right back into the hole. It was pretty cool. But no, I got that vibe though because every time I see Tahoe trending on Twitter, it was always a Curry thing. So
yeah. But I guess tomorrow they start placing you with who you
like your pros.
like no similar like score with.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay. I
it
get
could
that.
be Saturday, or yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. So, but
All
yeah,
right, all right, Aaron. Well, I'm sure there'll be another story about you in a week or two. Roger says, or Eric says, Roger's next tattoo is a unicorn tramp stamp. In time,
no, I
I
know
love it.
Justin Fields' next tattoo is a tramp stamp that says "property of Aaron Rodgers."
that'll say C4 because he's sponsored and he puts that shit on everything.
No, Duncan.
Oh yeah, he just Rock Duncan too. Yeah. All right, Nate. I know, and I saw this hit the news that this is gonna be your shut the fuck up of the week. Now I can't wait. Let it out, dude.
You
Full
knew it,
force.
eh?
I dare. Yeah, I fucking knew it. Let it out, man.
I mean, this is a cautionary shut the fuck up. This is just, I'm trying to help somebody out. I'm trying to be a nice guy. These shut the fucks up each week are usually degrading and making fun of somebody. I'm just trying to be a nice guy. I'm trying to switch the podcast around, trying to put us in the right direction. Maybe the gambling gods will look down upon us better if I'm nicer. So, like Charles Oliveira, please, just shut the fuck up. Just for your own health. I'm looking out for you. I feel bad. You're beating up on all these bums at 55 right now. You're on a nice little win streak. Maybe next time you weigh in, make weight. That would probably be a good start for you. Let's start at the scale. We'll work our way into the fight. You know what I'm saying? But Charles all week has been saying that Habib has been talking too much. And Charles better be careful what he wishes for. If he's not careful, he's gonna get the fucking Habib out of retirement shit and wake this monster up. You might not be able to get him to go away again. You were only champ because Habib went away. Don't let this fucking wrestling bears son of a bitch come back into the division. I'm telling you, it'll be bad for you. So Charles, for your health, for your safety, for your legacy at lightweight, please, please shut the fuck up. We don't want to see you get hurt. You put on fun fights. Like I said, maybe make weight next time. That would probably be a good thing for you. But just let the beast sleep. Don't wake him up. It's not worth it. You get smashed, and then we forget all about you again because you were fucking irrelevant like 4 fights ago. So let fucking Islam come up. Maybe you beat Islam, maybe you don't. But let Habib enjoy retirement. Don't fucking get hurt. It's not worth it. Maybe wait for the Connor fight. I'm looking out for people, Blake. It's fucking it's people should fucking hire me in the MMA space because I'll fucking give you promos to cut. I'll tell you what career moves to make. Blake, this isn't a career move this guy wants to make. Fighting Habib is not a good career move. It's been proven. So please, Charles, please shut the fuck up.
So that again. So for people that don't know the quote, this is a quote he did say. Quote: I'll beat Islam and then challenge Habib to come back from retirement. It's the fight everyone will want to see. Isn't that what everyone will want to see? Everyone wants Khabib is. Everybody says Khabib is fucking tough. I respect him a lot, but lately he's been talking too much. Listen, you nailed it on the head. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna get yourself hurt. You're gonna lose your title. The title that you don't even hold right now. And you're just gonna get beat by Islam too. I honestly think he's gonna beat by Islam. He's not gonna even have a chance to go to Khabib.
Yeah, I do
And
too.
then Habib's gonna just stay in retirement.
Fucking Habib used to wear a shirt. Fucking Sambo is fucking Jiu-Jitsu is like the easy version of Sambo. I can't remember what the fucking real shirt is, but like these guys don't fuck around, man. This fucking like playing around. He's not going to be able to hurt them like he's been able to hurt these other guys and just take their back. Habib holds you and smashes you. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Just fucking enjoy your life a little bit. Enjoy the time at the top because I remembered back in the day when fucking Paul Felder folded you, when fucking Anthony Pettis folded you, fucking tapped you with a guillotine, when fucking Max Holloway fucking folded you. I remember when fucking Cub Swanson folded you like a cheap lawn chair. So like remember those times. Let's avoid those times and let's continue to like win and face people that you can beat. Like let's not fucking bring Habib out of retirement. That's not a guy you want to see ever. Ever. Because he smashes you.
Habib won't leave until he just decides he wants to go. Like it's not gonna be like he's gonna get beaten. He's just gonna decide to leave that one day whenever it happens when he gets that belt back.
And this is the way to do it too. Like this fucking bullshit, like disrespectful shit where he's fucking talking about like this is the way to do it. Like this is the way to piss Habib off. You better hope that fucking guy who's like probably 250 pounds at this point, this fucking big bitch. But you better hope he can't cut that weight again, because fuck, you better run if he starts cutting weight. I'm telling you, this guy gets smashed, man. He gets smashed. It's not even close.
And then the other quote that I thought you were going to go into, but I haven't seen you gone into yet, was this is from Charles Oliveira. Quote, he always cuts the line, and everyone knows that.
Yeah.
When Connor is on, everyone knows that happens when Connor's on. He cuts the line. I think I deserve to choose, and I'm choosing Connor when it comes to getting the belt back. He wants to fight Connor for the belt.
Yeah, man. You know, you want to know what Connor used to fucking write people on Twitter when they were fucking trying to call him out? This, you choose Connor? No, that's not how this works. Connor chooses you. Fucking, he used to tweet out, beg me. Just beg me. Just beg him. Beg him, Charles. Beg him. Keep pulling on Superman's cape. Eventually, that dude's going to turn around and hit you with a left hand that sends you into the fucking first row. I'm telling you, fucking Connor's a bad matchup for Charles. Charles gets hit too much. Connor's a bad matchup for these guys at 55 right now. Everyone's a little chinny. Everyone's doesn't take a shot really well. Fucking Chandler's getting knocked down. Fucking the only guy who's got a chance, I think, against Connor, and he's beaten him the last two. Obviously, the last one being a leg break, but it's Poirier. Poirier's shown he can take a shot. He can take that first shot, that first left hand. All these other guys are chinny as fuck, so they better be careful, man. I'm telling you. These guys better be fucking careful at 55. Fucking pull on Superman's cape enough. See what happens. Fucking same thing with Jorge Masvidal. He better be fucking careful too. Guy's a fucking jabroni lately.
My thing is, you got these fights, sure. I'm sorry, you got these wins against these other guys, right? But now you're challenging the biggest dogs to step in that arena and that weight. You really want this fucking smoke?
Yeah,
really,
I mean,
you really want that smoke right now?
The 55 has been deep forever, right? Like you've got killers just lined up from top 15 up, just killers. But nobody throws a shot like Connor, and all these guys are chinny as fuck recently. Fucking Gaethje can't take a shot. Fucking Tony can't take a shot. Charles gets knocked down every fucking fight. Chandler gets chicken legged by every fight. Fucking these guys better be fucking careful, man. Poirier fucking and if Poirier comes down down to 55 again, I don't know if he'll ever fight at 55 because he seemed comfortable at 70. They better be fucking careful if Poirier comes down too, because that motherfucker has shown that he can take a shot and he can fucking box. So like, careful what you wish for. I saw Michael Chandler get in his face in the fucking pay-per-view. Be fucking careful what you wish for, Michael Chandler. There was a time ago where you were fighting in this fucking G League at Bellator, getting knocked out there. So fucking be careful. I'm telling you, be careful.
Now, Nathan, he challenges Islam, he challenges Habib, and he challenges Connor. Why is that? I'm kidding.
That fucking gif has been going around.
It's been the best. It's been the Windhorse gif has been the fucking best. I hate that guy, but he brought magic to the Twitterverse. Yeah. So Deryn, you got anything on this before we move along, my friend?
I'm just ready for Kamzat to fight again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, I think they're still trying to do him and Colby. I think that's the play if you're the UFC.
I think he called for someone else though recently. I can't remember what I saw.
Hey, shout out to your boy Darren Till stepping out too, D.
I think he got hurt.
I fucking hurt again. He's fucking the last like 6 times he's been scheduled. He's been hurt twice, and the other 2 he's lost. Like it's been crazy. He's been scheduled to fight Hermanson like twice now. It's just he's got to figure it the fuck out. Something's got to change for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to be less of a fucking maniac, I think.
All right, boys. So that's our shut the fucks up of the week. Love it. Love coming out with the heat. But yeah, shut the fuck up, Charles Oliveira.
I'm just trying to be helpful. Like these UFC guys need to fucking hire me. I've got the fucking brain for this shit. Just fucking hire me. Your career will be so easy.
Next, we could get back into some UFC in a little bit. I'm cool with that. But I know that D's on a timer here, so I want to get his piece in before we get too far.
Yeah.
So Deryn, this next one, obviously, it's your boy. I know you woke up feeling dangerous. This is your quarterback, other than the man that got the tattoo, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's just been traded to the Panthers. The Browns give Baker and the Panthers give a conditional 2024 fifth-round draft pick. And what that means with conditional is that if he takes 70% of the snaps of the year, it'll be a fourth-round draft pick instead of a fifth. Also, with Baker's contract, how that goes, the Browns will pay $10.5 million of the contract. The Panthers will pay $5 million, and Baker takes a $3.5 million pay cut just to make this deal happen. Lastly, if you guys haven't seen, the Browns face the Panthers week 1 of the 2022 season. The Browns will essentially be paying Baker a little under $600,000 in week 1 for Baker to beat the Browns. So, Deryn, let's start off with you, man. I know you got a piece. What is it?
I think Sam Darnold's career's over. He might as well just fucking retire. Like, don't even risk tearing your ACL or some shit and having to go through rehab. Just retire now, dude. Baker, congratulations. You're in Tom Brady's division, bro. Like, I mean, right?
Say it again.
No. I'm wrong.
No, you're right. He's in Tom Brady's division.
Yeah. So, I mean, congratulations. You'll probably be 3rd in that division. 4th, actually. Saints, Falcons. Yeah, y'all are going to get 4th in that division. I mean, it's a good deal for the Panthers, I guess. But, I mean, I don't think it's going to change their situation. They're still going to fucking suck.
So week 1, who starts? Baker?
Yeah, of course. You don't trade for him and then not start him.
Well, they're already
against his old team.
How much are they paying Darnold? I'm curious.
Bro, it don't matter how much you're paying Darnold. They would not trade for Baker if Darnold was the guy. Like, they drafted a QB. They didn't need a backup.
Yeah, that's if you look at the quarterback room, you got Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. They drafted Matt Corral, and then I mean, I'm not saying he's great or anything, but
PJ Walker
yeah, but
too.
PJ Walker's got some talent. You know what I
So
mean?
yeah, bro, they're like
Sam Darnold's getting paid 4 years, 30 mil.
Yeah, I just looked up that contract for
This year he'll be making
about
18.9.
really.
Yeah, 18 because this is the biggest part of his salary. 18.9 is this year as base salary.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking in 2021.
Yeah, so this year Darnold's making more money. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like that quarterback room. I gotta be honest with you. I am kind of curious to see the Hard Knocks for the Lions because I mean, I watch Hard Knocks every fucking year, anyways, because it just gets me hyped for football. I'm that guy. But it would have been interesting to see this Hard Knocks. Just saying, it would have been really cool. But we get to go to the most expensive offense in the league with the Lions. We get to watch that one. So
you gotta watch him prepare to face Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure they'll mention him.
Oh shit! I'm sure they will too, D. I'm sure they will too. Well, Nate, what about you, man? What do you think
And
about this?
Campbell doesn't let anybody on his fucking team get that girly of a tattoo. That's for fucking sure. I'll tell you that for free.
It's got lions on there, biting some
Yeah,
kneecaps,
but
maybe.
it's got that stars bullshit.
Dan
they biting
Campbell's at
kneecaps?
Starbucks every fucking morning, dog.
Douche,
He don't
douche.
give a fuck about astrology
Are they
tattoos.
fucking biting kneecaps? Then I don't fucking care. Yeah, I mean, fucking. I was hoping Baker would just hold out and just fuck the Browns over because that's what I would do. But
He loves football too much.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, to take a pay cut, I mean, that's tough too.
But
I feel
mean,
bad for Baker. He's just gotten like butt fucked this whole time.
the story, a lot of the narrative that you hear now is that the team was set up so well last year and he just didn't make it happen. My thing, like again, I said like old line, weapons, defense is what people are saying. My story behind it is like he just kept getting hurt. Like if he wasn't hurt in one spot, he was hurt in another. He was honestly having that Ben Roethlisberger kind of season out there with Cleveland. And I'm just talking last year, not all in all.
Yeah, better quarterback probably fucking plays better with the running game and the defense they
And
have. But
Ben
like,
Roethlisberger would have taken that team to a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, and also to a never mind. But yep, for sure.
Yeah, but
Come
like,
on, dude. He's retired. Don't bring that up. Come on,
No,
man.
it's over. Go ahead, Nate.
I mean, I don't know. What do you like? What do we expect from Baker? Just like the expectations are tough. I don't know.
Can I
I
ask
I
feel
don't
bad
expect
for
shit
Baker,
from him. He's
but-
trash.
Can I ask you guys
that's what I'm
this?
saying, like,
You do believe this is a better position with the Panthers than he is if you got traded to the Seahawks, though, right?
No, bro. You'd have DK Metcalf, a guy who didn't openly say he didn't want you. Now, you're in Carolina with Robbie Anderson, who said, "Man, hell no, don't trade for his ass." So
Yeah.
I'd
that's
much rather be
also
in
tough.
Seattle.
Okay.
you got to go see him first. Like, buddy, like, come on, like,
stepping in that locker room.
please, like, come on. I've been getting fucking tossed around this whole time. Like, just fucking shut the fuck up, you know?
It's great.
But I don't know. Feel bad for the guy, but I'm also upset he didn't do more grudgy things, you know?
Well, we're not gonna be seeing him at his house on the what was it, the Hulu commercials or the Progressive commercials? The Progressive
You think they'll change? They'll change it to
to the Panther Stadium.
They
Panthers
can't-
place?
No. Oh, like, oh, we moved. Like,
Yeah, having
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah,
They're gonna do
yeah.
that. It's gonna be like a moving thing where like, what was the fucking brand anyway? I
It
can't
was
even think of
Progressive.
it.
I think it was Progressive.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
like movers insurance or some shit.
Oh,
and he already had a
Renters
yard sale
insurance.
one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%.
renters would be
They'll find a
hilarious
way to-
because it'd be saying like
Fucking
he's not
Progressive,
staying.
Hire me. Fucking hire me.
That would be funny because it's like already saying he's not staying in Carolina. Like I got renters insurance here. It's like, bitch.
Yeah,
what?
exactly. Fucking.
Oh my
mean,
god. I do
I
think though.
also hope the Browns just fucking burn.
Well, they got Jacoby because Deshaun's not gonna be starting off the year. We know that. We know that. And I think I said it yesterday. Someone said like, "Oh, well, you know that Deshaun Watson's not gonna start. It's gonna be Jacoby." I'm like, shit. And I mean, based off of past history, you know, Kareem won't be there. Kareem Hunt won't be there the first couple of days. Something will happen. It's fucking like it's that team. That team right now. the Browns, if they get hot with Jacoby and Deshaun is not suspended for the whole year, I'm gonna say, let's see, where they're saying what Deshaun might be suspended for the whole year, right? Let's say we're best case scenario he's not for the Browns. Best case scenario for the Browns he's not, and he's suspended for 10 games. If they start off, we'll include a bye game in there. If they start off 6-3 and Deshaun gets in there, playoffs, because he's gonna come up pissed.
Bro,
I'm not saying they're
You're
gonna be
wild.
great. I'm not saying they're gonna be great.
you're wild, bro.
I'm not saying they're
The
gonna be great.
pressure. This man ain't
Yeah.
played football in 2 years. The pressure of, oh, now I need to like succeed on the field, and fucking everyone's bombarding me with all these questions every week. Like, it's literally like he's done, bro. Like, mentally, like he will not be able to handle what the fuck is gonna be thrown at him when he comes back.
I couldn't agree more, D. I was gonna say the same thing. It's almost like he just needs to take the year off.
Like, I
'Cause
would hope for a year suspension if I'm him. Like, hey, let
Yeah.
everyone forget about this shit, and then when I come back, hey, I paid I did my punishment or whatever. Like, I've been going to counseling, blah blah blah. Like, I've taken a year away from football. Like, just don't be seen for a year.
I also will say, if everything that's being alleged is what it's actually happened, he probably should never play football again. That being said, if it's not as fuck, I don't know how to say this in a good way. If it's not as bad as everyone thinks it is, and it's a little less fucking graphic, then come back in a year. If he comes back into the middle of the season, I think it's a distraction, but whatever.
But either way, regardless, we're rooting for justice to be served.
Whatever success they would be having, or whatever momentum they would have when he's like coming back, it would literally just deflate like anything they had going on.
Yeah, that's true too. You can't take out the hot hand. Is that what you're saying?
That and like what are
No,
you gonna
not
do?
even a hot hand. Just it'd be a huge distraction.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just come back and be like, "What's up, guys? Everything's back to normal." Like,
Hey guys, remember me? I took you to Jamaica for that week. Before everything happened.
You agree, do you guys agree that if he shouldn't ever play football again if this is all comes out as like factual what happened?
Yeah.
Or am I in the minority there?
No, I mean,
no,
like,
bro, I don't think he should ever play football. Like,
Yeah.
right now, I don't think he should play football. Not even because like he's a horny dude, but just like a lot of it seems like unwanted.
Yeah, he's
And
like a
so it's-
sexual deviant.
he's a
It's
predator.
fucking
He's a
crazy.
predator.
And it's like, if he was going to like the rub and tug places like Robert Kraft was, then it's like, oh, whatever. That, I'm not saying it's okay, but like, I'm not even going to say it's consensual, but it's more
You
consensual
sort of
than,
know what you're getting into then,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
and I'm not saying those women are there by choice, but
Right.
like that's the type of place it is. But it's like, if you take a honest massage therapist and like try to just like whip your dick out and like put it on her, like you're done, bro. Like, there's no place for you to be making millions of dollars to
Yeah.
like
He's
have a nice life after you fucking like assaulted.
Ruin somebody
Innocent.
else's. Fuck that shit.
he's a fucking predator. He brought his own specialized towel. He fucking got the Houston Texans to help him out and get certain rooms booked only for him underneath the trainers' names. Like, he knew what he was doing. Like, yeah, I'm with you. I absolutely, like, I agree. He should not be playing football. And on top of that, not only should not be playing football, listen, take the fucking personal side out of it, which is a lot. I know this is a fucking crazy equation, but take the personal side out of it. Look at what he's played so far. I don't even think he deserves that contract. Like,
Yeah.
just
I'd
based
agree
off
with
of football skill alone, like, he's too unproven. I know he did numbers with a shitty Houston team, but he's still unproven. And then add the personal shit into it. Hell no, he deserved that contract. Hell no, did he deserve it. So, like, yeah, it's fucking. I mean, the Browns are the Browns, though, right? The Browns be the Browns. It's
Browns are gonna Browns.
yeah, it's just the way it's gonna be. What can you expect?
Yeah.
Same old brownies.
Same old brownies, exactly. D, I know we're cutting past your time here. You want to head out now, or you want to stick around? You're good for whatever you want to do, dude.
I'm gonna head out, bro, but it was great talking to you guys. I'll let y'all carry the torch for the rest of the evening. I'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, D.
All right, D, hit me up sometime this weekend, man. I'll be around.
Alrighty, man. See ya.
All right, see you, D.
See ya.
All right, and to the people, now you're stuck with me and Nate. So get ready. It's gonna get gross.
You're so fucked.
It's gonna
Yeah.
get gross.
Get your KY jelly out. Fucking
You
get
know,
prepared.
we were watching. Have you ever seen the movie Old School?
Yeah.
They just dropped it on Netflix, and Maddie's never seen it.
Yep.
When the two pledges came to the Godfather at his office, they're like, "We got a problem." He's like, "What's the problem?"
Yeah.
They're like, "We can only get KY in the little tubes, not the." They don't sell the in bulk. Yeah,
Like
it takes 3 to 4
14-gallon
days.
Drums. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I watched it the other day too, just for laughs.
Blue, do you understand that you are my boy? Sir, yes, sir.
You're my boy, Blue.
When we're singing "Dust in the Wind" at the funeral, I couldn't stop fucking laughing.
We gotta keep our composure. Starts hitting the fucking locker with the chairs.
Oh, such a
Yeah,
great
no,
movie.
Such a good movie.
Vince Vaughn smoking a cigarette doing the rings. Oh, I meant to ask D about The Boys and how he's liking it. Darren's been addicted to watching The Boys recently. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I'm not caught up.
Let me know when you are though, because I just finished the finale last night of season 3.
Gotcha. I'm like 3 or 4. Whenever we first left for Florida.
Okay.
Whatever episode that was, I think I'm caught up to there.
I gotta say that
like
dude
3 or 4.
that dude from Supernatural is a great actor. That guy is awesome. He kills it.
Boys is just a good show.
One of the best shows on
talking to
television.
Bailey and Robin about it, and they hadn't seen it either. But it's a very like you sort of, I don't know. It's not. I wouldn't say it's for everyone, that show. You know?
No. But Deryn
Just
called.
the gore and shit.
He called me the other day, and like I missed his call, and I call him back. And I'm like, "Hey, what's up? Sorry I missed your call." He goes, "I just gotta tell you, you were right. You told me to watch The Boys a long time ago, and I just started watching." And I was like, "Hey, and you like it?" He goes, "It's fucking great." And I was like, "Oh, really?" He goes, "I was gonna watch Terminal List, but I ended up watching The Boys instead, and I'm fucking addicted." There he is, Deryn. He's in the chat. He goes, "I'm on episode 3, season 2."
Okay, there you go.
Okay, there we go, D. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. It's awesome, dude. Fucking love it. I just finished it, D. I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna say it was great. It was a good season.
Since we're talking about The Boys, Blake's superpower for the chat is recommending shows that are good, because I don't think he's ever recommended one that's bad.
No, and even if it's something,
like,
even if it's something I know is kind of washy, I will tell you. Like, I don't know if you'll like it, but it's a
Yeah.
good show. But yeah, that's pretty good at it. I'll admit it. But yeah, The Boys. Fucking Maddie gave me the green light. Or was trying to save and watch it with her, but every time I want to watch it with her, she doesn't want to watch it. And one day she goes, "This is your show." The moment she said that, caught up. The next day, I watched every single one of them.
Fucking binged 4 episodes.
Fucking loved it. All right, let's get on. We got some more topics here. We can get into some more shows later, because that's something I also tweeted out too. Is that a lot of shows have been ending, so we could talk about that as well. But
yeah.
So the next topic I got on the board here is actually another big one that's been going on. It's none other than college swaps. I don't know if you guys watched the news. We barely talked about it last week. We kind of brushed over it, so I feel like we deserve more time on it because more news broke out. Daryn, he goes, "The power Nate is 100% right." That's his power.
It's sickening. He's never fucking recommended one where I'm like, "Oh, that sucked."
Yeah, no, I won't do that. And I watch a lot of trash. So like I will not recommend I watch terrible shows. I will not recommend everything for everyone. But the other one I can say right now that I know Nathan and Daryn hasn't, I think Daryn's seen it, is The Righteous Gemstones. That's another one on HBO. It's fucking throw all the rest of the Danny McBride shit out. Watch that one. It's great. Okay. College swaps. A lot of college swaps been going on. Again, we talked about it a little bit last week, but we got to talk a little bit more about it now. The Big Ten, that was the move last week. With last week, what news did we see? Allegedly, they're adding UCLA and USC by 2024. So I'm going to go through this, Nate, and then we can go over all of it, okay? Just to get everything out there. News this past week is the SEC. Apparently, University of North Carolina, Florida State, Clemson, and the University of Virginia are negotiating to get into the SEC. And the reason why they're negotiating it into the SEC is because the ACC ESPN TV deal is apparently going to be voided. And so because of news of that, these 4 schools, these 4 schools are looking to get into the SEC. And finally, last bit of news. I don't take this as a big shocker, but this is just what's been going around, at least on Twitter. The Pac-12 and the Big 12 are looking to merge because of stuff like this going on. So not shocked there. I know the Big 12 added Cincinnati and a few other schools. Oregon's looking to go into the Big 12 and some other schools too from the Pac. The Pac is looking to dissolve into that. Also, the ACC and the Pac-12 also had an apparent pact saying they're going to stick together and make sure both stay afloat. Well, now the ACC is getting rid of their divisions and they're just going to make it a one conference, like no divisions within the conference. It's top two just face each other for the championship, which is not a bad idea. So, Nate, I'm going to go with you. Out of all this news going on, we'll start with the Big Ten. What do you think about UCLA and USC joining the Big Ten? I know we talked a little bit last week, but not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's to me as someone who's a non-traditional college football fan, like I don't like the divisions. To me, the different fucking sections just don't mean as much to me as someone who grew up watching fucking UCLA and USC in what in their old fucking shit. It doesn't matter to me. So to me, like you're adding good college football teams with other good college football teams, we get better college football. So like instead of watching like Michigan fucking play golly like fucking North Dakota State, I can watch fucking Michigan play USC. Like that's sick to me. Like why wouldn't I want that? Why wouldn't I want fucking Michigan USC at the Big House? Like for an inner, let's say both those teams are good to fucking go through to like the finals in the Big Ten. Like I to me like I don't get the traditionalist side of things because it doesn't matter to me. I'm more interested in better football. So like I don't know. I'm all for all this shit, and the NCAA is going to do what the NCAA wants to do, and it's based on money. So like all this shit tradition, no one gives a fuck. It's about the money. The SEC will make more money adding fucking what they want to add Texas, right? Fucking Texas.
They are. So Texas and Oklahoma have been added.
There you go.
That's good noted too. Like they have been added. I think it's either this year or next year. It's official. But yes.
Yeah, of course. The SEC is a massive moneymaker, and then you add fucking two massive schools with fucking Texas getting Arch Manning. Like that's gonna be billions of dollars.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but think about it this way: Arch Manning going to Texas joining the SEC. You know damn well with the Manning brothers working for ESPN now, and ESPN showing every college football game almost ever, they're gonna fly Peyton out to Tennessee when Texas faces Tennessee. They're gonna fly Eli out to Ole Miss when Texas faces Ole Miss because let's make this about the Mannings. You know what I mean? So like it's more money, more viewership. Like it's all drama and theater. Also, Eric said in the chat, in about 5 years, there will be 4 conferences. Playoffs will be better.
Yeah, I just, to me, the only argument for this not being a good thing is because you watched fucking these teams play somewhere different 10 years ago and fucking have some connection to it. I just don't get it. I think it's better, but I'm also like, I'm not the biggest college football guy. I probably couldn't break down the conferences for you and tell you all the teams and fucking all this tradition and shit. I'd rather watch better games though, because I'm tired of fucking 26-point spreads for fucking a shitty game in fucking October. Like
yeah, right, and what I want to say too is you nailed on the head with the spreads, but I think over the years I've gotten more into being more of a college football fan. I'm not the biggest fan in the world, but I consider myself a pretty decent at it. Now I can't tell you like everybody's fucking roster, the coaches and shit.
Yeah.
But I can at least tell you about the schools, and it's still a term out of Pat McAfee's book and other people's. It's the only people upset about this are like the old whites, like the old whites that are like back in my football days, like mine. But it's like I think most people, not old, young, doesn't matter. Most people that understand football is that this is good. This is a good thing. I know it's not your traditional like, this isn't my Pac-12 matchup. Like who the fuck cares? Eric said in the chat, Nate's right. Better teams will be more challenged, which will bring in more TV revenue. They'll have to find the revenue 100%. To pay these college players somehow. And that's the thing that they're trying to, and that's what's been trying to be avoided for the last I don't know, 100 fucking years, is that like it's the NCAA trying to avoid paying their players. But what it's going to come down to is right now the NCAA is just a club of different conferences. Eventually, it'll become a league with conferences in it, like how the NFL is AFC, NFC,
Yeah.
like how the NBA and all of them have different conferences. Eventually, we're going that way, which is great. That's great for the sport. And then you'll need a commissioner of the league rather than the commissioner of the SEC, commissioner of the Pac-12, that kind of shit. It works out for everyone. The only one it doesn't necessarily work out for is like the guy that's in charge of the Big 12. I'm sorry, the guy that's in charge of the Pac-12 and the ACC, because like essentially he'll be losing his job, both of them. But again, who the fuck cares? You're gonna get a job somewhere. It's the NCAA. It's the biggest money making oil scheme, Ponzi scheme, whatever you want to call it, in all of sports, other than FIFA. Where I'm getting at is the Big Ten gets better, like you said. And also, if people are really mad about the UCLA and USC joining the Big Ten, have you checked the Rose Bowl in the last like 50 years? USC always faces a Big Ten school. UCLA always faces a Big Ten school. They're tied with the Big Ten, so it makes sense. Sure,
I'm almost sure fucking Michigan played the USC recently.
Right. I mean, that always happens. And then it's also on top of it, too, people can get mad because like they're traveling cross country. But then it's like, honestly, it sounds stupid, but it's preparing you for the NFL. I mean, the Chargers are going to have to face the fucking Patriots across country. Like, shit's going to have to happen like that. So, like, you could be mad about it. I get it. But also, for the gamblers out there, when UCLA goes to Northwestern and they're playing at like 10 o'clock in the fucking morning, which is like UCLA, that's like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever have you, it'll be great. Like, it'll be fun. And that gives Northwestern a chance to beat a UCLA. Like, that'd be cool. But the Big Ten, I can tell you right now, it's going to end up being the two conferences that'll be the biggest is the SEC and the Big Ten. It's like it always fucking has been. Only time the ACC's been big is when like a school from the ACC's been big, like Clemson or FSU. Other than that, like it's always been SEC Big Ten. So like this isn't different now. So why make it different later? And also for the USC diehards out there and UCLA, I keep using them as an example because they're the biggest ones out of all this news. But for them, like those diehards being like, we run the Pac-12, we run the Pac-12. Well, when you go face fucking Michigan and Ohio State and fucking Wisconsin, all three of those schools once a year. Good fucking luck, dude. Even Iowa, like no disrespect to Iowa, but like you're going to lose to these fucking schools, dude, other than NIL deals. And that's where I'm getting at next. NIL deal is what makes this happen. And I say that because they can now afford talent to match up with these schools and actually change the dynamics of powerhouses. Like, for example, Tennessee they just got that kid that's like a high recruit out of high school who's like this, like, I don't know if you've seen the clip of him, Nathan. It's that kid. He's playing in his pajama pants throwing a football and like some like scrimmage drills. Did you see that?
No, I don't. But I just don't pay attention. Like, I'm just not the biggest college football guy.
No, so. It's okay. So that's like this kid. It's like he's like a highly recruited kid coming out of high school, and one of the biggest clips going around the internet is like he did some scrimmaging drills like right when he announced he's going to Tennessee, and he's wearing like this pajama pants and like a Tennessee jersey, and he's like they're doing scrimmage drills, and he's like throwing dimes, like I mean like actual dimes, and they got him rather than him going to a bigger name school, not like Tennessee's not, because of the money they're paying him. So like if you're telling me that Tennessee can now I'm not saying this kid's that great, but if you're saying that Tennessee can now compete with like I'm not saying they will, but in Alabama, for example, then okay, like this could change the landscape because teams like Iowa can afford a big name recruit and all of a sudden start competing with Ohio State more and shit like that. So this is just more fun. You're making this more fun for the whole NCAA. Like I don't see this being a problem.
Like you said, with the addition of money, it almost levels the recruiting. It doesn't make it fair, I guess, but like it almost sandwiches everybody closer.
Yeah, and it makes, I mean, like, granted, it's not going to change the fact that Alabama's going to face some scrub-ass D3 once a year and beat them 74-0. But it does change the rest of the teams they're going to face per year. And when it comes to the SEC, North Carolina, FSU, Clemson, and Virginia, awesome. Like, I like that. North Carolina and football is not going to matter. But I was talking to Dalton about this week, and I said, hell, Virginia will end up being like a lesser Auburn or Vanderbilt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how Vanderbilt every year it's like average of the pack, but they get like one big win. Virginia's
Yeah.
going to be the same way, and this isn't Virginia Tech. This is Virginia.
Yeah.
But then Dalton's like, well, shit, Virginia's baseball is one of the best baseball programs in the country. I'm like, oh shit, look at that. Now they're going to be one of the best in the SEC. The SEC's already great at baseball. Like this is good. I'm not saying they're all the programs, because that's the weird thing about NCAA is that their football can go to SEC, but their college or their baseball could stay in ACC. I don't know, but if we end up getting towards that route where the NCAA becomes a league rather than a club, it's players will get paid more. Oh, Eric said it. Caleb Herring is a Tennessee recruit. I think that is his name. Thank you. Exactly. Players will start having to be paid. These coaches, our college coaches, will get paid a lot already, but you're gonna see more people want to stay in for coaching. Like college coaches will want to stay more than go to the pros. And I mean, they're already trending that way anyways because they're treated like gods in college. But I mean, I don't see this being a lose-lose for anyone. I really don't. You're making the league bigger. You're giving these kids more shine too, because even though kids will go play at like a UCLA, they're in Pac-12. Who the fuck's staying up to watch a quarterback from the Pac-12 at UCLA to play if he's not a top recruited kid coming out of college? You won't. But you'll see him during Big Ten time slots when he plays his Big Ten opponents, and you'll see his name more. So what are you losing from it? And I think Deryn said it last week. I think this is genius, but it'll never go through because of money. And America, the way money goes in the US of A when it comes to sports, they'll never do what the European teams do and shit like that. But relegating would be awesome. Like just like they suck and you have to go down to D2 and they bring up a D2 school to go D1. That would be so fucking fun. That would be so fun if they start relegating, but due to money, it'll never happen. But I'm accepting it'll never happen. But man, it's just a pipe dream. But yeah, so it's big news. It's huge, and if it hasn't hit you yet, it will in a few years. When you're like, why is USC facing Ohio State in fucking September? Well, that's because they're part of the Big Ten right now. You know what I mean? But I like it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, I'm all for it. But again, like someone who's more of a fan of college football might have better reasons for why not. I just think it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
All year it makes it more fun.
All year, exactly. And you know what? It's again, I'm not as big college as I am NFL. NFL is the best, but when it comes to watching College Game Day before actual football's on, like NFL, it gets me hyped. It just gets you back in the spirit when you hear that Home Depot jingle every fucking commercial. Oh shit! All right, that's college. I think that is all I have for the main slides here. Yeah, I got a couple more topics, but that's all I got off the top of my head here. Nate, you have anything you want to get off your chest right now?
I mean, we can do a little recap, I guess, of UFC if you want.
Sure.
Fucking last pay-per-view. I mean, what about how we thought?
Pay-per-view. Yeah, we called it. We called it on the dot. It's Oh wait, I have to get one more thing before we get back into UFC.
Yeah, go on.
NFL news broke. We have actually a couple topics in NFL I want to go over here. Roger Goodell. I don't know if you've seen this, Nate. This was today. Roger Goodell tells CNBC the Sunday NFL ticket will be leaving DirecTV and become its own streaming service by 2023 season.
I mean,
it makes sense,
that's not
doesn't
surprising.
it?
Yeah, if you're thinking about like that makes perfect sense.
It's almost surprising it took this long.
Yeah, I mean, like, why should the NFL cut anybody into that deal? They just stream them themselves.
Like, why are you cutting Verizon and I don't know, like fucking Time Warner, whoever? I don't fucking know, but
yeah.
Why are you cutting them off? Like, this makes so much sense, and let's face it, like they can get some good money from it. If I had to guess how much it costs, I'd say $9.99 a month.
Yeah,
$9.99 a month.
That's probably fair.
And you know what?
$12.99.
I'm gonna fucking pay it. I'm gonna pay $14.99. It's the NFL. I will fucking pay it. I don't care. I'm gonna watch every fucking game. I do it every year. Like,
yeah.
Say what you will. For all the people that illegally stream, do whatever you got to do. I don't fucking care. I don't condone it, but I'm gonna pay it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna watch this product the NFL keeps spitting out to me every fucking year. I'm gonna stop buying Madden, but I'm gonna keep watching your games. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But it's shocking it took this long.
Yeah, it's seems about on brand for the NFL. I mean, they shouldn't cut anybody else into that deal. So
No.
makes sense. Surprised it's taking this long. I mean, surprised we haven't thought about this before. Yeah.
One other big news I want to go over, and I do have some UFC topics after we recap last week. One other news I have for the NFL is your Mayor Lightfoot, wants to put a dome on Soldiers Field.
I mean, she's the most un-Chicagoan human being I think ever has lived to be the mayor of Chicago.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like those feel-good movies when it's like it's like, yeah, this person, like, no one believed in them, no one thought they'd be a mayor, and now they
did it.
And now they won, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, that's really gone to shit. They didn't have the sequel come out, did they?
Oh, maybe they shouldn't have actually been mayor.
Yeah, that's exactly
how that works.
It's like, that's his reason why those movies don't have sequels, like 1,000%.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, have you ever seen the movie Head of State with Chris Rock? It's Chris Rock and Bernie Mac.
I haven't.
Chris Rock is like an alderman, and I forgot what happens. Like, some political party just wants him to run because he's like the black vote people will vote for, and he ends up like picking up traction, and he wins. And his vice president is his brother, who's Bernie Mac. But it's shit like that. Like, oh, he was just a local guy, and then he won. It's like, okay, there's no head of state too. Like,
I think she's probably been one of the worst things I think that's happened in Chicago government recently. So yeah,
that says a lot.
The least surprising thing ever. I know, like, we have the most corrupt fucking governors, senators, everything corrupt, but like, she's been awful.
I'm guessing you haven't seen
what was the reason? Like,
so
because she wants to, or she's cold at games, or what?
Wait, what was the last one you said?
Is she cold at games, or what? Like, just go sit in the box, but you fucking 4-foot bug-eyed fucking weirdo.
Oh my god. No, the reason why is because this is their way to keep them from going to Arlington.
I mean, it's better for everyone if they go to Arlington. Obviously not for the city of Chicago.
That's the point why she's trying to do this. So I actually have her tweet pulled up here, and they came up with concept pictures because they want to redo, because like what the whole point is Eric says, will the dome be Reynolds wrap or tinfoil? This is not a Kirk Cousins grill cooking steaks, okay? But where was I getting at? Oh, how in Arlington, not only they're going to build a year-round stadium because they're trying to get like the Super Bowl there and shit like that, but they're also trying to make it like how the Patriots made Patriots Land, and the Cubs are trying to do Cub Land. Like, they're trying to put a casino out there, trying to put hotels out there. They're trying to make this like a fan experience out there. Like, that's what they're trying to do in Arlington. That's why they're buying all this fucking land. And also, it'd be much fucking easier to get to for people like us, just saying. So they're trying to do the same thing now with putting a dome on Soldiers Field. It's almost like, I'm going to show you the pictures. I got concept pictures here. But the point is, like, they're trying to do the same. They try and do the same thing, but basically put a dome on Soldiers Field, and then without changing anything in the area, let's just make some stuff like cut off only for public to walk through. Like they're not gonna like demolish or put new things in. They're just gonna be like, all right, now we're gonna put some lights here, and we're gonna put a screen here, and then we're gonna make this fielded area between the museum and Soldier Field. We're just gonna make that a little outside concert venue that can only sit a couple hundred.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's what they're doing here. I got it pulled up now. Eric says it's so the bullets can't escape Soldiers Field. All right. Okay.
So Blake, this is a perfect little experiment, little social experiment into how politics works. This fucking piece of shit stadium and field has been dog shit forever. No one has given a fuck because they've been able to make their money on it, so why fix it? Right?
But keep
Park
going.
District owns it. Fucking players are ripping ACLs. Saquon Barkley's fucking out for a season and a half because he's fucking tearing his ACL on our field. Whatever, man. Somebody comes along with this brand new idea that makes everything better for everyone, except for the fucking rich people that have been making money off of this shit for the longest time. And now it's like, oh, well, wait, we'll renovate it just because we're going to take your revenue source, you fucking dirty fucking politician rats.
Yeah.
Like, this is just this little social experiment on exactly how politics works. Fucking these rat human beings have been making money and hand over fist off hardworking people like this, and we've stomached their bullshit and their fucking poor fucking systems and their inability to make any changes. And as soon as somebody tries to take their money away, now they're invested. Well, guess what, you fucking bug-eyed cunt? Hopefully it goes to Arlington and the city of Chicago can suck the fattest part of my dick. Fuck you, politician rats.
So that's you know that was my second or my last point I was going to bring up here. It's exactly like what I kind of went through when I was leaving my last job. I think I'm going to put in my few weeks notice. Oh, really? Okay, all right. Well, just think about it. Okay, and that's what Chicago was doing when the Bears said we're going to move. Okay, just think about it. By the way, before I continue with this analogy here, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the story, and I think we talked about it on the podcast a few months ago, actually, back when the Bills were talking about building their stadium. Did you know before the Rams and the Chargers moved to LA, what happened when it came to LA stadium visits, Nathan? Have you ever heard the story?
No.
So before the Chargers and the Rams moved to the LA, about 3 years before then, every team that wanted to build a new stadium. So let's use Jerry Jones, for example, because his is fairly new. And let's also use, who else made a new one? Minnesota. Minnesota is another great example because they actually did do this. The owner of said team, whether it be Dallas or Minnesota, when they tell the city, hey, we want to build a new stadium because our stadium's old, janky. We want a new customer experience because people are watching TV at home now rather than coming to the stadium. The city would say, yeah, okay, we're not fucking doing that. It's too much money. What they would end up doing is, okay, you're not going to do that? Fine. That owner would go to LA, take a helicopter and ride around potential site visits for the new stadium. And then what would happen is reports would come out saying, oh, owner of the Minnesota Vikings was looking at stadium grounds to build on venue. Yeah. And then the city would be like, oh, shit, hold on. We're going to build you a new stadium. And then he'd go back to Minnesota and be like, yeah, okay, all right. I guess you break my arm, but we got to stay in Minnesota. And so that's what happened in LA before the two teams did move there because that was their plan anyways. So this is kind of like what the Bears are doing without that flight. So again, what I was getting to is before I left, it was like, okay, think about it, whatever. And then you finally find that new job and it's like, wait, we could give you more money. It's like, but here's a penny. It's like, no, bitch, it's not a penny I want. It's the new life. And that's what the Bears are trying to do because you nailed it on the head. What they're doing right now is they're trying to build a whole new stadium because they're tired of players tearing ACLs. They're tired of their fans walking vertically up to their fucking seats. And also for the NFL, it is a historical stadium, kind of. And I say kind of is because you put a spaceship in the middle of a historical stadium. But the reason, what I was getting at is we have one of the least amount of attendance in all of the league, and we still sell out games, but we don't have that much attendance. So imagine build a bigger stadium for one of the biggest fan bases in all of sports. And yeah, I said it. It's true. The Bears do have a big fan base in one of all of sports because for some fucking reason, we stick with this shit. And yes, it's the billionaires and I'm not billionaires. It's the rich people in Chicago and also the owners. Oh, I'm surprised the owners are actually doing something like this, actually helping the Bears franchise. But it's the rich people in Chicago that now are like, oh, wait, you're leaving? Hold on. We could put a dome on there. It's like, okay, we're going to build this new stadium that's probably going to cost around $5 billion, but you want to build a dome on there? I guess that's pretty cool. How much would that cost you? Do you know how much it would cost to put a dome on a stadium?
I can't even imagine. No.
Around $75 million. Instead of a $1 billion project. Instead of like a $1 billion project, it'd be anywhere between $75 to $200 million to put a dome on top of Soldier Field, which again, they would have to build more seats to do that, by the way, and restructurally do it differently. So why go through all that bullshit and just build a whole new stadium? And on top of that too, I don't know the stat, but I heard this years ago. And Eric's 1,000% right. The tailgating area sucks. The new one would be awesome. But I don't know. I remember the stat, but like I think it's like half or just over half of the people that attend the Bears games that are Bears fans are like are from like the suburbs outside of Cook. So like this makes sense. This makes fucking sense. Fucking do it. So here's the pictures I have pulled up here. This is again from Mayor Lightfoot, and also Eric said, didn't Nate vote for Miss Lightfoot? Oh shit! Don't get him even more tilted here. So this is the pictures he has here. So you want to put an amphitheater over here. This is called the North Gateway Solidarity Drive. So let's go to the next picture here. This is what they're gonna build. They're gonna build this nice little, I don't know, like fucking 30-foot cover with some hot dog stands underneath it. It's ridiculous.
Sick.
Yeah,
Yes.
so cool. And then the next thing they're gonna do here is build like a, you know how like Tampa Bay has a 5 times better outside venue for the Lightning games.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that for the almost museum campus farmers market. Yeah, this is worth
Cool.
this is worth not moving. And then the final
Yep.
picture is again what you see there. And do you want to know the picture they have in the background? Again, this is Mayor Lightfoot. The picture they have to show off this fucking area is Justin Fields getting sacked. You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
I mean, yeah, it's just someone who's so unconnected with what's going on and is just losing a revenue source, so they're scrambling.
You
So that's what that is. So I mean,
they said, give
it's
me a picture of
fucking
Justin Fields for this fucking
sickening.
wall back there, and they're like, okay, I got one, and it's fucking Justin Fields getting sacked by the Browns.
him getting like, yeah, that Browns game where he
Yeah,
got sacked
yeah, that's the
45
picture.
times.
That's the picture right there.
fucking,
Unreal.
oh my god. And what's fucking, as fans, like a hypocritical point, I can look inward and tell you when I'm wrong, but like Wrigleyville got turned into fucking Disneyland.
Yeah,
Soldier
it's-
Field
yeah.
doesn't have the fucking history that Wrigleyville did. Ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah.
So like I have an issue with that shit getting turned into Disney World. If you built a fucking Bears Disney World at Arlington Parks, I don't think I have any issue with that. Everything's in one spot. I don't have to go anywhere. Wrigleyville had all that fucking history, and that's sort of why it's, to me, it's the fuck, and it's the same argument I just fucking went against for the fucking football. So again, it's fucking hypocrite. But like, I remember going to fucking Wrigleyville as a kid and shit being not dingy, but like a little bit dingy in fucking Chicago, and now everything's all polished up and shit, and it's just not the same as when you're a kid watching fucking Sammy hit home
It's
runs.
gentrified.
Yeah, it's different. So the new fans, I'm sure, look at it and go like, "This is great. Everything is exactly where we want it. We don't have to travel anywhere. If incoming fans are coming to the city, they have a hotel across the street. I'm sure it's awesome for those people." So like the nostalgia for me is ruined for Wrigley. But you build me a fucking Bears Disney World, I'm all for it.
But
I'm all for it.
and also on top of it too, like if it's one thing if the stadium was actually like a good stadium, Soldier Field. My favorite part about Soldier Field, and again, this has nothing to do with the game, is that it's right on the lake and it looks cool. Like that
Yeah.
and like obviously like the monuments outside. You know what I mean? Like the pillars and shit like that.
Yeah.
But you take the pillars and the fact that it's on the lake out of it. I want a real fucking stadium. I want to, as a Bears fan, I want them to play with the highest. They'd get a whole new training. Again, Hallis Hall. I'm sorry, they won't get a whole new training facility because Hallis Hall is new. They redid a lot of it. It's actually one of the most highest technology kind of fucking training facilities in all of sports. And in America. But take that out of it. They'd get a whole new stadium to play in, and shit. Maybe kind of like how Lucas Oil happened, the house that Peyton built, maybe the house that Justin built. I don't know. Shit, we can fucking hope. But what I'm saying is that you need a new stadium, because how many times do you think the NFL even considered taking the Super Bowl to Chicago because of the location? That's where they do the training camp and combine in Lucas Oil every year. It's in the middle of the country. Chicago never gets it because we're outside. Where the fuck are they gonna play?
Yeah.
And Eric said in the chat, the Ricketts should build an apartment buildings around the Soldiers Field. That way they can add more food to the seating, rooftop seating. And he goes, bring back the Turco and Budweiser signs.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. Wrigley was so great growing up. It's just like very Chicago. The stuff down there now isn't, but that's the argument I made against the college football people. So that's me growing up as a kid going to Wrigley, watching Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee and Aramis Ramirez, and having all those good memories of that fucking stupid ass Taco Bell that got surrounded by 40,000 people all the time.
Oh, it's
I
hilarious.
couldn't imagine working in that fucking Taco Bell, but like
hell, actual hell.
those bathrooms must have been just the worst.
Ruined. Oh, that
Yeah,
Taco Bell. And they got rid of
but
that Taco
like,
Bell, I thought.
yeah, man, it's like it's gone. Like that shit's gone, and those memories are what they are. They're memories, and it to me, Wrigley doesn't feel the same anymore. But I have no connection to Soldier. I don't think it has any of the same history, and if it makes it easier and better for the organization to be in Arlington and build a fucking casino and a fucking sports book and hotels and all these restaurants, fucking have a Ditka's right there, like that's all. Like build a fucking Disneyland. I'm all for it. I'm all for it in that case, as much as I hate fucking Wrigley and what it's turned into. So I don't know. It's like I said, this is a microcosm little fucking social experiment of what happens when politicians are having a revenue source taken away. It's what it is. So
if you're good at your job, tell your boss you're gonna quit your job in a month. And watching that last week, how much they try to keep you.
Just scramble.
It's
just watch them scramble.
It's the same shit happens everywhere. Eric says Steve Stone, Harry Carey, and Arnie Harris. All right, before we get to UFC, I have a couple more topics too. It's actually this one's not a big deal. I just thought I'd mention it. Ronaldo wants out of Man U. People are saying he might go to Chelsea.
Doesn't surprise me. He's just getting older, man. He's just getting older. Obviously, he's still fucking really good, but he just doesn't have he doesn't have the impact he had at Madrid or Juventus or fucking Man U the first time. So, I mean, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, just a quick little that's that.
I'm just ready for the World Cup.
That's talking soccer.
Yeah, that's been talking soccer.
What's the last thing I was gonna say here?
Got out to part of my take. That's their
exactly. I just thought I would say it.
All the credit to them.
So let's recover. Let's recap a little bit of UFC we saw last week. So you and I both predicted in our bets that both the main events would go to decision. We nailed it. Nailed it on the head.
Yeah, man. Not much to talk about in the fucking main event. Super disappointing again. Izzy has another snooze fest, and all the Adesanya fucking dick riders are just blaming it on Jared Cannonier again.
But
go ahead. It's a two-part. It's a two-way street. Obviously, Jared can be more aggressive there, but it's another thing where Izzy is ranked in the bottom of all the champions for finishes. He's only had 3 or 4 in all of his fights, and he's starting to. The MMA community, I think, is slowly coming around to my side. I was just here first, so come on over, MMA community, to the Izzy is boring. He has boring fights, and hopefully Alex Pereira can just fucking sleep this fool.
I'm with you though. It's been boring, but I will say this: we thought that we knew the Volk fight was going to decision, but boy, was that electric all the way through. That was actually fun to watch. That was awesome.
I had a great time watching that.
That was a great fight, and no offense to Volk, but his fights go to decision, so I didn't know it'd be as fun to watch. But man, props to Holloway, dude. The fucking
bastard, huh?
Dude, that chin, good for him, man. That was sweet. That was sweet.
Yeah, one of the most fucking dominant performances of a current champ, of a former champ.
But we said it last time too. The guy just gets better. He just just gets better and scarier. That guy is awesome.
What's crazy is his speed. He's so fast, and a lot of guys can't do that to Max. Max will be able to react and figure something out. He is just so fucking fast. Did you know in the second round he broke his left hand too?
Yeah, he broke his thumb. He's out for 12 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, 12 weeks for surgery, rehab, whatever. But usually I'm pretty good at telling if guys have something that's wrong, he was throwing that jab right all night and fucking hitting Max with both hands the whole night. I couldn't tell you that hand was broken. Even in post fight, I couldn't tell. So, he's the best featherweight of all time. He just is. I
Yeah,
know
easily.
I'll go with like recency bias. Jose Aldo was unbeaten for 10 years at featherweight, but Volkanovski's just doing stuff to people that like even Jose Aldo didn't do. So super impressive. I hope he moves up to 55. Um, I think that would be good. He was, if they say it in every one of his fights, he was a rugby player at like 215-ish in terms of his weight. Um, so he can definitely go up. He's got room to go up. So I hope he does because I think there's some interesting fights at 155 for him if he wants them. I think Michael Chandler would be a good fight for him. But
I don't know if you've seen the quotes. A couple quotes came out about Adesanya. He said that he's definitely going to make the jump to the WWE down the road.
I mean, that's not surprising. That's
Right up his
what he
alley.
does.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw it with the walkout. I
That
mean,
pissed
super
me off.
disrespectful to the Undertaker.
Did you hear the fucking
because
McMahons? They loved it.
I mean, I guess, but then you go out and have a sleeper performance. It's just one of those things. I don't know. I have an issue, and it's been my issue with Adesanya the whole time. It's the I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna knock you out, and then I'm gonna throw
Nothing.
fucking
Yeah.
35 punches the entire fight.
And run.
So yeah, that's my issue with Adesanya. He's the fucking big showman talker, and then when the fight comes, there's
Well, actually,
nothing.
so
So
I have another quote for you to read because I think you're on the same page as this guy. Okay, I want to know if you've seen this quote yet, and if you could tell me
yeah,
who
I
said
know the
this.
one you're going
Yeah, you
with.
know. All right, for the
Yeah.
people that don't know, this is the quote. I'm gonna say this as humbly as I can. I've never
Yep.
stepped into the octagon. I don't know this game. I'm just an actor, but I'm not a fan, man. I'm not a fan of coming out like all that talk and then just kind of putting on a little bit of a pitter patter performance. I'm like, come on, man. You've got to cash on that promise of being so badass. That was Chris Pratt referring to Israel
Yeah.
Adesanya.
And then he fucking took it back and apologized like
Yeah.
a fucking
Not
pussy.
shocked. He's so scared of ruffling feathers. That guy.
I guess. I know he's been in the news for other shit with his I think he's very religious. So I
Super.
think
Yeah.
he's like dealt with that backlash shit before. But like he hit it on the head. I mean, like he was right. So like don't be afraid to be right, please.
Yeah. Please. Yeah. You double down on it, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, the next fight we'll talk about is Sean Strickland and Pereira. Hopefully Pereira goes up. That's the next fight to make. That's what everybody wants. Izzy's not going to be able to do that shit with Alex. It's that this they're too close in terms of their striking capabilities. Where like Izzy's not going to be able to stand in front of this guy like he stands in front of everybody else. So it's going to be fun, man. So yeah, we talked about the main two. Third fight was that Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira. I mean, super disappointing if you're Sean Strickland to say that all Alex Pereira has is a left hand and then get slept with it. That's tough.
Yeah, I had Pereira on that one. I felt good. I want Pereira to knock the fuck out of Adesanya. I'm just hoping it comes through for me.
Man, he's a killer. He's like the Terminator. The way he hits people is just different. It's just different. So I'm looking forward to it.
And then also we'd be reminiscent without mentioning it. It's one thing to say that you can't see out of your eye and your eye hurts, but it's another thing to say it's your other eye at the end of the fight. Like, what are we doing?
He did release some medical records that back up what happened, that it was worse than we thought. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It didn't look that bad, but I mean, eyes are fucking weird, right?
And I will also say this too. Like, again, I am an O'Malley fan. I always have been, but I forgot who the next guy is. But he might get slept by that guy. Who was that guy again?
What's that?
There's rumors on O'Malley's next fight, and it's a real dude.
I don't know. Oh,
what up, Higgins?
He was calling out Triple C.
Was that who it was?
Fucking Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, I'm an O'Malley guy, but like that might be where the train stops. I'm still gonna bet on him and root for him, but yeah, man, I don't know, man.
The whole celebration after that shit was just weird to me too.
Yeah, that's that. Like again, like I'm still gonna bet on him. He's still my guy, but like that's one of those. Like, you know what that reminded me of 1,000%? That was a defensive back, not even breaking up a pass and just going, yeah. Like,
nuts,
all right, dude. How much money should I bet that DS should DS or D shut the fuck up was Aaron Rodgers' tattoo? We were right. You missed it. You can go back and watch it. It was against the haters of the tattoo. That was his shut the fuck up.
He was defending the tattoo.
Yeah, full defense.
He thinks that tattoo is worth getting. Yeah, and then sad for my boy Robbie, but that was a fun fight.
And you fucking hated me for going against him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scumbag move. It still is. I just like, I'm not Chris Pratt. You're not going to get me to fold.
Listen, man, I actually had money on that fight, so I'm glad I did it. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, Brian's a fucking punching bag, but...
Dude, that was a good fight, though.
He fucking tired Robbie out.
That was a great fight. Like, that was fun to watch. Like, even like me watching, I was like, well, I got to eat my fucking words. And then all of a sudden, like, got him. Like, okay.
Robbie was hitting some big shots. So, like, Brian's got a chin. It's just that Brian doesn't survive with, like, Robbie Lawler that was champ. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I'm not hating against it, but we're talking Robbie Lawler now, you know? Like,
yeah. I'm just saying that caliber of fighter, like Vicente Luque, who's in that sort of that middle of the pack 170ers, who's been impressive, has a couple of good wins. Like, he beats Brian Barberena badly in that fight. So I don't know if Brian can take this and run with it. I don't think he competes at 170, especially now with the top guys. But like, we'll see. 170 is going to be super interesting. We've got Kamaru Usman versus fucking British guy Leon Edwards next, so it'll be interesting.
Nate, I don't want to backtrack too much, but Higgins just let some blasphemy in the chat. I'm gonna let you take this response.
Yeah, hit me.
He says, "I actually don't hate that tattoo. It just doesn't seem like Aaron Rodgers would get that."
Are you? Come on, man.
That's a total Aaron Rodgers tattoo.
That's the most Aaron Rodgers tattoo of all time.
You got to go back and watch that clip, my guy. Watch Deryn. Deryn had a dip early. Deryn had a dip early. He had some stuff he had to do tonight, which is okay. But go back and watch it. It's totally Aaron Rodgers all the way.
Yeah, that's the most Aaron Rodgers tattoo of all time. That's something that a 23-year-old college girl would get, which is exactly who Aaron Rodgers is personality-wise.
Just like the tapestry behind me and with like little like icicle lights around it. Like, that's totally what they would do.
He's going to play his guitar and think about how deep his constellation tattoo is.
I will openly say, and I'm not ashamed to say it, like, I got this back there because I hate the closet, and she had it, so I'm gonna keep it up there. But I'm getting a new one eventually. I just don't want to whip it out yet. Don't want to whip the money out on it. The last topic I have, we kind of broke into it, so let's go ahead and make the full circle. All right, Higgins, no worries. I'll definitely go back after work. The last topic I have is since we broke into it a little bit. WWE's Vince McMahon paid a total of $12 million to 4 different women to keep quiet for sexual misconduct allegations.
I mean, like,
no chance. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it's the least surprising news I think I've ever heard about like. There's tons of stories of this shit out there. The plane ride from hell, like, I'm pretty sure like Ric Flair like pretty much raped a person on that flight. So like. This is the least surprising thing ever. Of course, Vince is at the top paying the people off that maybe it's not even him. Maybe he's covering for people. And, like, Vince is obviously where the money starts. So, yeah, you're telling me that fucking Vince has paid people to shut the fuck up about some stuff? Yeah, I would say that's probably correct. I think anybody who's made the amount of money that Vince has in his life probably has the exact same history. They probably paid some people to shut the fuck up about some stuff. So like, yeah, it's unsurprising, but like, obviously it's unfortunate to see. I mean, hopefully anybody who did get paid sort of like covers their, I don't know.
I know what you're saying. Hopefully
discretion. Like, yeah, hopefully they're happy with it. I don't know. This is this is the least surprising thing ever to me.
I just thought I'd bring it up there. It's the last big bit of news. Pat McAfee signed a multi-year extension with the WWE, and I can't believe Vince is 76. Like, it's just I know
in
he's
fucking
old.
good shape.
Yeah, that's
man.
what I'm saying. I know he's old, but like I'm a little shocked by that.
Yeah, I mean he's been around forever, like forever. So
And he's
I
kind of looked the
mean,
same. I know he's older, and I get that, but he still kind of looks the same. If not more ripped.
yeah, I mean he's been on gear his whole life, but
Yeah.
like
Yep.
the guy you listen to some of the guys talk about him, especially like Triple H, like he's in the gym at like 6 a.m. every day. So like he's 76 doing that. Like yeah, he's a machine. Doesn't mean he's not a fucking dickhead, but yeah. So
Yeah, it's all I got on my topics here. I said we're talking a little bit about it. A couple big shows came to an end this week. The Boys came to an end as far as the season. Stranger Things season ended. They got one more season left. They said next one's the last one for them. Did you watch that, Nate? Did you watch Stranger Things?
never started it. I don't know if I'm going to either.
It's one of the shows like I'm not gonna be like you have to watch it, but it's a fun watch. It's not like
Yeah,
it's not like it's the best show ever, but like I get why it's so hyped, and it is entertaining. The graphics are really cool. But yeah, Higgins says in the chat, Jerry Jones is 90 and he still pays off women. I don't know how much she actually matters. Whoa. Hey, listen, Jerry Jones,
allegedly.
Vince McMahon.
Allegedly Higgins. Don't
Yeah.
get us fucking sniped.
Yeah,
Fucking red
is
dot.
that a red
me
dot
and
on my
Blake's head
forehead?
right there,
Yeah. Listen, man, it's all ugly at the end of the day. The shit that goes on, a lot more shit's gonna come out. A lot of these business worlds, you're gonna find out more and more and more. It's listen. Oh, he said, I don't know how much age actually matters. He said she on accident. I know Higgins when he talks to us, he does the voice to chat, so I'm not gonna hold it against him. It came off really scary. Oh, speaking of Higgins, one last bit of news. First NFL woman president in all of sport or in all the NFL. What's her name? It was announced yesterday. What's her name? She's the new president of the Raiders.
I actually didn't know this.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so she's the new president of the Raiders. She has a gambling background.
No shit.
I'm getting to it right now. The Raiders hired NFL's first black woman, Sandra Douglas Morgan, as the NFL organization's team president. Her background is she was the first person of color to be the chair of the Nevada Gaming Control Board.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty big.
Yeah, good hire. I mean, hey, you got to change a lot of shit in that organization, Higgins. No offense, buddy. Other than other than Big Davis at the top with the sweet bowl cut. Yeah, a lot of things got to change. PF Chang's every Friday. You know the order. You know the deal. Eric says in the chat, has Nate seen Letterkenny? Yeah, actually, Nate watched it before me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Letterkenny was fuck. I don't know how I found Letterkenny, but like being into hockey and shit, I found that super early.
You still haven't watched Georgia yet?
No, I've got to. It's on my list.
Dude,
one of the shows that I just finished was Peaky Blinders.
Oh, my dad loved Peaky Blinders.
Yep.
Yeah, I know I got to watch it. I know.
Just finished that. Really, really good. Really enjoyed it. So hopefully it's setting up for another season. I'm not sure what it looks like. I thought this was supposed to be the last one, but it sort of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. So hopefully there's another season. We'll see.
Other news as far as like TV shows, A League of Their Own remake is coming out on Amazon. Should be pretty fun. Yeah. It's Abby Jacobson from Broad City is gonna be the main star, and also you haven't seen her. She had a lot of minor roles, but she did a really good job in the show called The Good Place. She's gonna be the other co-star. She's a good actress too. Yeah, so that's gonna be big. What else? There's something else that's coming out.
Thor: Love and Thunder came out.
I'm gonna go see that tomorrow.
On that.
I'm gonna go see it tomorrow. So I've been staying away from the internet. Dalton told me I'm gonna like it. That's all. Dalton seen it last night. I didn't see it last night because of the possibility that I would be working. Remember, I bought the tickets when we were in Florida.
Yeah.
Eric said, "Great call, Nate." Talking about Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah. Really love that show.
But you have to. I'm telling you, like you have to see Shoresy. If you like Letterkenny, you're gonna love Shoresy. It's just so fucking. he just doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss.
Yeah. I like Letterkenny because it's,
Yeah, Higgins, it's gonna be a remake of the movie. Go ahead.
I don't know how to say it, like the clips that I've seen of Shorzy, like it's not that they annoy me, but like the Letterkenny, I don't know.
I know.
I'll have to watch.
No, no,
it.
no. I know what you're saying, but here's the best way to put it. It's only 6 episodes.
Right.
So like if
yeah.
it was like 10 or 15, then like yeah, I understand. But for
It's like,
6
this is too much,
episodes, and it's got a good storyline. It's got a good story, and
Yeah.
you know how those guys go. The music never misses. Like it never misses, and like just the dialogue they have, like the camera. I don't know how to explain it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Is the girl in it from Letterkenny?
No, it's just
The
Shorzy.
sister?
It's just Shorzy.
Yeah.
It's and that's the thing I thought too. I was like, it's just Shorzy, but they don't miss. They don't miss. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, like I'll watch anything that girl's in.
Which one?
Watch anything. The sister, his sister in the show.
Katie.
Katie. Yep.
Katie Cat.
Yep.
Higgins says,
That's what I appreciates about you.
Higgins said he saw Thor. It's a lot of laughs. So just say that. Yeah, I know. Either way,
Okay,
it
cool.
could be terrible. I'm still gonna watch it. Let's see. So,
Besides that, I mean, the only big thing was Dame Lillard with a $122 million extension.
yeah, Harden took a pay cut to come back to the Sixers.
Yeah.
Which we knew was gonna happen. But again, like I think I said it with Deryn earlier. Or no, it was with Dalton and Ethan earlier. I was talking to them earlier. Sia Higgins, and then Eric said a few more Better Off Dead and the Flight Attendant and Ozark. Yeah, I know. I know I won't watch Ozark. It's one of those shows.
No?
Flight Attendant maybe. I don't know. Like I'm not a big drama guy. I'm just not. It's weird.
Yeah.
Never have been. Only watched very few dramas. What was I gonna say? What was I talking about? Harden. I know you're saying that you're helping them out for trying to buy another player, but like your team's not going to get another good player. It's basically like saying, I hope my team gets a player to play with me, but at the end of the day, like they're not. And so you might as well you should have just taken that $47 million for 1 year and say fuck it. You're not going to you're not going to be number one. Embiid's your best hope, dude, and that's not going to happen. So again, I'm sounding like an asshole, but at the same time, I think Will Compton said it best. You don't get your prime years that much, and so for players to leave their team to go play with another team to get the most money they can in that time span, do it. It's it's your chance and to make your money as a human, to make the most money you possibly can. So unless you really think you're gonna get that ring, go make your money.
I will say the last thing before we wrap up is I'm enjoying watching the fucking utter destruction of the Blackhawks in the last couple of days. I don't know if you were fucking.
Yes,
That's fine.
our
The
NFL
draft doesn't matter. The only thing I wanted to get to was the absolute tearing down of the fucking team that you love to root for.
Yeah.
And the fucking cheer and the joy that it's brought me in the last couple of days.
Will you admit with me that we could have got more for DeBrincat?
So here's my thing on DeBrincat. I thought you guys overpaid him. I don't think he's that good. I think playing with Patrick Kane makes you look really a lot better than the guy without Patrick Kane is a third line player to me. So I think you guys did pretty well, to be honest.
So here's how I see it, okay? And I'm not saying by me pitching that to you, it's not saying that I'm fully believing it. I do think we got a decent trade for him. I do. I'm not saying it's terrible. But the way I see it is that I also see that other teams will overpay for him like we did. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I think we could have really
100%.
raked someone over the coals for it. But at the same time, the fact that we got him, or we got that pick, and we got both those picks, fine. I'm okay with it. And you know what? Listen, I know coming into this year, we're going to have a rebuilding year. And we got a model of a coach. When I say model, I mean like actual like male model of a coach, jawline for days. We also got a lot of first round picks. We got a terrible goalie from Toronto. Like we don't have
an old Red Wing, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know. Then we have
on a terrible contract, by the way.
Yeah, awful. Like Eric says, I don't know
You
about
guys
the
are
DeBrincat
so
trade.
fucked.
They did some good drafts. Look, our draft picks were good, and I know we're rebuilding. That's fine. I just feel for Kane and Tays, Like they're
Kane's
two.
gone.
Kane's gone. If any, he said he wants to go to Buffalo, but would you really go to
Taves
Buffalo?
retired.
Would you really go?
No, I think he'll go to somewhere to win.
But
Buffalo, he won't.
he's always said he wants to play either in Chicago or Buffalo because Buffalo's his home. But it's not like you're gonna go to Buffalo now when they're in worse shape than Chicago.
Well, yeah, both the teams blow.
Right.
So like, I'm just laughing my ass off as you guys just trade everything. It's so, and you're gonna say like a couple years here. This is like a 7-year rebuild. By
I know.
The way.
I'm not. You know what the sad part is? They saw the Avs and how the Avs did it, and they think they can do that, but we can't. We can't.
And the funniest thing to me is you just paid Seth Jones like a record-breaking defenseman contract for a guy who's dog shit at defending and marginally okay at scoring goals. It's so fucking funny to me.
Yep.
You guys are so unbelievably fucked.
Our organization's been fucked since after the last cup. Right after the last cup, we've been so fucked.
It's so sweet, and the Red Wings are just on a meteoric rise, and it just makes me laugh so fucking hard.
You know what gets me about the DeBrincat trade is like I said, I think other teams could have overpaid for him, but I think it's a good trade. But then you got
it was a good trade.
I almost made this my shut the fuck up. Is that you got people like on the Score at ESPN, and then there's a certain Chicago hockey guy that you and I listen to once in a while.
Yeah.
They're all saying we should have got the book for him. It's like shut the fuck up, like
bro.
No
off.
fucking shot should we got like that.
Bro,
much.
He scores at a third line rate when he's not playing with Patrick Kane.
Right. Yeah.
He's a third line player, and Kirby Dach was a disappointment from the time he left the World Juniors.
Shout out to Bowman. We're gonna miss all your first rounders.
You look at the fucking blown draft picks and trades recently. Like you guys had Artemi Panarin twice.
Oh, I know, and we traded back for Saad.
Traded him for fucking Saad.
But then we traded back for Saad the second time, and he sucks. Like, what are we fucking doing? I know,
and
it's a train
Keith
wreck.
thing fucks you guys over too. I don't know if you realize how
him retiring because of the contract.
Retiring, you guys have like a $5 million cap hit on Duncan Keith for like the next 2 years.
I know, and you know what though? Like, listen, you know what though? I kind of like that because it's like, fucking deserve it.
No, I mean I love Keith.
He's one of the best defensemen of all time.
Keith's a fucking piece of shit, but he fucking was so good.
But he was
He was so
ours. Good. Yeah, no, his jersey's going up in the rafters. Gonna love him forever. And you know what the coolest part is? Again, the Chicago Blackhawks has been a dumpster fire since the last cup. But they were cool enough to be like, you want to go home to Canada? We understand. We'll get you the best possible way for both of us. And sure, like it still didn't work out for us all that much, but we still gave Duncan Keith what he wanted, and he went home. Like he went to where he wanted to go, and that's again as fucked up as we have been. Good move, Blackhawks. That was the only good move, and out of respect, not like actual financially.
I think Taves retires.
Yeah, Eric, I'm not with you. Year. Eric says he's going to the Leafs. He's got too much health problems.
Kane?
No, he says Taves. He said Taves will go to the Leafs. No, Taves has too much health problems.
I don't think they can afford him.
He's still sickish, man. Like it's not gonna happen.
They can't afford him either. He's still on that fucking huge contract for one more year.
Yeah.
You guys still have Kane and Taves for like 10 mil a pop next year.
I honestly like that's the only thing that they're selling tickets for now. So like I don't care. Like I'm not even kidding you. Like I don't care.
If I'm Patrick Kane, I'm out. There's no way. There's no amount of money you could pay me to play with the team he's gonna have to play with.
Kane has said like cleaning up his life. The way hold on before I get into it. Eric says Taves and Kane should have been 3.
Yeah.
Felt 3 years ago that they had more value. Yeah. The thing that Kane said is that cleaning up his life and getting his life back in track was diving more into hockey, and that's like all around hockey, like making it more about like his mindset and learning the ins and outs of the offices and stuff. So and he said that if he stayed in Chicago, he wants to do more of like I guess the best way to compare it to is quarterbacks that have more say in their teams.
He wants to be LeBron James.
Right. And you know what though? Like if with the way we're going now, what do we have to lose from that? Does that make sense? Like,
you just try and make him happy.
Yeah, like we have nothing to lose for that. So go ahead.
Like,
make him fucking
how
GM.
much did the front office talk to them before they did all this shit yesterday? You know?
Yeah, and that's again concerning
if they
too.
If they didn't, like he's
Kyle
he's probably
Davidson.
pissed, and
Kyle Davidson, the GM. Yeah. Oh, he should have been
it
dealt
is
with
what
3
it
years ago,
is,
is what
you
he
know.
said, not felt. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Eric. We should have started the rebuilding process 3 years ago. But
I
Bowman,
mean,
was holding on.
Kane should have been traded this year.
Yeah, but Bowman was holding on to the fucking like everything I can do to hold on to that team. Which reality you gave up everybody a long time ago, but the main two. But the reason why too is that they're gonna build the 2 statues out front soon. So what can you do?
Yeah, I just want you to know how much I enjoy watching your
I
team
know.
fucking utterly collapse into flames.
Little Caesar ass garbage pizza, fucking.
Doesn't matter. We got
Doesn't matter.
we're so we have so many fucking kids coming up
I
that are just gonna be
know.
so
I
good.
know.
It's sick. It's sickening. And fucking I think Eiserman got his guy in this first round too. So like, here we go. Fucking the eyes are playing.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice if I ever want to go to the fucking United Center for like $8 a ticket.
Hey, yeah, you the first we won't. It's so tough. I told you the game that Detroit plays in Chicago will go to. Fucking, it's October 21st.
Well, I have an idea for you, and hear me out.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. It's all up to you. But instead of making that belated birthday gift, whatever you want to call it, TJ's offering another Bears Packers tickets to us again.
We didn't do that.
It's up to you.
At Soldier or what?
It's in Lambeau.
Lambeau.
I'm not saying I'm not even if it's not like the belated birthday gift, we should still go anyways. Does that make sense?
Late? Is it late or is it
September?
When did we go?
We went in December last time. This time it's September.
A little bit warmer. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so just a thought. Keep it in the back of your head.
Yeah,
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it to you at all.
We would have done it, but it's so close to your fucking.
You're right, Eric.
Your guys' date that it's like.
I know.
We're gonna have what? We're gonna see all them over the weekend there, and then the next weekend they're gonna fly up for that shit.
Right? No, that won't happen. I can tell you.
Yeah,
now.
it don't make sense.
So
I was hoping it'd be later in the year, but they only play twice now, which sucks. But
yeah.
We'll fucking figure it out.
Ethan, Bears, Packers. That's right. That's right. Ethan joined in late. Sorry.
I mean, you'd have to fucking come up.
Ethan comes in at the end of this. What else you got here, Nate? Before we wrap up.
I'll bring my Tom Brady Dolphins jersey.
It says owner underneath it.
No, man, it's a good pod.
Yeah, Ethan, if you want a good segment, go back to the shut the fuck up. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers' tattoo.
D defended the tattoo.
Defended the hell out of that tattoo.
He likes the tattoo. He said if the Packers win the Super Bowl, he'll get the tattoo.
It's a true story.
Same one.
True story.
I said the loser of our league should have to get that tattoo.
Oh, it's so great.
You tell me what you think.
While he's typing that out, because we are in a little bit of delay. I just been on a Fall Guys kick all week, and I'm still addicted to it. Still addicted to it.
Such a fucking. I play it once, played it 1,000 times. Game.
It's the newest Mario Party to me. Eric said in the chat, "Hey Ethan, did you hear Brady got the matching tattoo like Rodgers?" Ethan said, "D-boy gonna get that matching one, I bet." Yeah. He said if the Packers win the Super Bowl, he's gonna get it. Oh my god. Oh man. He said, "Laugh my ass off." Nate, what are you up to tomorrow? You work tomorrow?
8 to 4. I'm gonna try and go in. I'm gonna go in at like 6 o'clock though, so I can leave at like 2:30.
That's right out of my playbook. Love it.
Finish this fucking move and get on with my life. I'm off Sunday, so I'm gonna fucking. I don't know what I'm gonna do Sunday. I've got to do like real things now on Sunday. Like my days off.
I can go get that camera. When you do get that camera though, let me know. I'll test it out with you. Whatever we got to try out.
Yeah, for sure.
So Nathan's gonna get a camera, folks. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, now I can't jerk off during podcasts.
Sorry, Adam. That was for Adam.
Fuck.
That's all.
Yeah, man. I don't know. What do you got over the weekend? Anything?
I'm off. Maddie's off tomorrow and Sunday night. She's got to do an overnight. Oh, Nate, you gonna play Overwatch 2? We've been playing that.
Nah, probably not.
Oh, dude, you talking about breaking keyboards?
Overwatch was just that's the one game you rage at. I was so bad at Overwatch 1.
Still do it. I'll be playing that. I'll be playing that this weekend. I'll be playing Fall Guys. Like I said, I've been getting a lot of views playing Fall Guys, so I'm gonna keep that going. A lot of subs. Thank you, Twitch.
Go
But
play Valorant.
I'll play Valorant if the boys. Like it'd be fun to play Valorant with the boys, but like
Yeah, it
because
would be. We gotta get like a 5-man.
right because each Valorant each match takes like a half an hour, so like it's
Yeah.
It's a little like especially by yourself. I can't play it. I just get so tired of it.
Yeah, no, solo's not the way.
But if you want a game this weekend, I'm down. Like I'll be here.
Yeah.
That's it for the Dirty Parlay this week, though. It's been fun. Next week, hopefully with more NFL stuff we can talk about. It's a good episode. Darren had to cut out early. It is what it is. It's hopefully he's having fun. And as for myself, thank you guys for watching. It's been a blast. Nathan, what do you want to end on?
Man, it's a fun one actually. It's the first one in the new place, so kicking it off right, So we'll see. Hopefully next week with a camera. We'll see. I'll work on it.
All right. As for me, tune in next week, guys. Should be same time, same day. If not, you'll know earlier. Just keep following the Twitter. Hopefully you followed our bets tonight. If it's anything like last week, you're gonna end up with money in your pocket. That's for sure. If
I think you're up a couple on that one.
I am.
Yankees were up big last time.
Yankees are still up. The Twins they were up, but they tied, and then the over is getting close for the Pittsburgh Brewer game.
They had bases loaded, 2 outs.
I saw.
The score was 3-2. Did they
saw.
score?
No, they didn't score. They blew it. I know.
That's a brutal one.
I was on the cusp. Rangers took the lead
Yeah.
over the Twins. They just had a terrible 5th inning. I don't know what's going on, but Yankees are up 10-5, so there's my money back in my pocket. It's fine. But yeah,
that Boston team's scrappy. Don't fucking count
You're right.
chickens yet.
Eric, thanks for joining us for the whole pod. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Higgins joined. Darren hopped in the chat after he left, and then Ethan, good to see you too. But that's it for the Dirty Parlay this week. We'll be seeing you guys next week. Follow our Twitter, help us grow, like and subscribe on the channel. Eventually, we'll be able to change a lot more things on our channel once we get more viewership and subscriptions. So as for me and Nathan, we're out of here. Darren will be joining us next week again. Again, good luck on your bets. Good luck this weekend. And try to watch a lot more baseball because that's all we have going for another 62 days until the NFL season.
Baseball.
All right, guys. Have a good night.